Hello, everyone. Hope you are all doing well this Saturday. It's morning here on the West Coast, but I guess it's getting to be afternoon most of the rest of the country. But appreciate you coming in and hanging out for a little bit, or at least coming in to say hello. I guess I should probably say hello to some of y'all in here. I know Young Coin Hunter's in here. Hector, thanks for coming in. Michael M, Kickstar, Cindelicious, Butch, Steve, Landon, Coin Collector, Ohio. Paula was in, but don't know if she's left yet. But thanks for coming. Very cool. Jeff Dunn. I know I saw in here. Michael M was asking if you can pay a local coin shop to get something graded by PCGS or NFC. I'm guessing doesn't mean the National Football Conference. It probably means NGC, the Numismatic Grading Corporation. But it depends on the coin shop. Really, any authorized dealer, those companies you can submit through if they allow it. And often it's better to do it that way because if you just have a couple coins to submit, you usually got to pay for a membership, and then there's a lot of shipping back and forth. But even if the local coin shop that's willing to do it for you charges you some premium, you're probably still better off, as long as you trust those people to take your coins and, not mix them up with their own orders and stuff. How you doing, Scott? Coin Kids, Josh Snakes, Empyrean's here. Sup? What's up? Thanks for coming in. Well, I've had a box of Lincoln cents I got from the bank not too long ago, and I could see through the holes in the top of the box that there were at least 2 rolls that had wheat cent enders on them. So I thought that was exciting, and yesterday, I believe it was, I finally couldn't help myself, and I ripped the top of that box open, and it ended up, there's 4 rolls in there when I flipped them around that were wheat cent enders. So 3 of them are the wheat cent ends. So you can see there we got a wheat cent. This one's an obverse. This one I can actually see the date. It's a 57 Denver. So that's kind of fun. And then here we got 2 more wheat cent enders. So I'm just going to go ahead and open these 50 rolls up and see what we can find. But these 4 here, since we know we got some wheat cents to start out with, we know we're getting at least 4 wheat cents in this box. So it's not going to be a skunk box. But these 4 rolls, we got to save them for last. We just can't do these first, because that just would not be right. So, anyway, we're going to be hanging out in the chat here. I hope you guys all make friends with each other. Something I wanted to do is, got a lot of friends that help me get to where the channel's at, over 1,500, over 1,600 subscribers now, and all that. You guys helped me get monetized and all that, which was fun. So I'm trying to help some other people out too, and I can't pick every one of you every time, but one channel that I was watching earlier today, Living Room Panner, I know many of you guys are familiar with him. If you're not, I put a link in my description to this video. Hopefully you're able to see that, and maybe we'll get someone else to post a link in here too. I think you guys should give him a subscribe. I mean, he does giveaways. If you like giveaways and you like winning coins and little things like that, he does giveaways just about every day. So he's been stuck at about 440 subscribers for, it seems like, weeks now, and he's been really, really trying to get to 500. It's a big hurdle getting up to that first 500. So if any of you guys have not subscribed to the Living Room Panner, let's do it. I haven't even told him I was going to shout him out or do that, but it'd be kind of fun, just to just give him that surprise, because I know every day he's kind of looking and he's like, still at 440, or hey, we're at 440 or whatever, and just be great if we could get up to like 450 or something, if we could just add some for him. But so if you guys can help him out, that'd be awesome. Again, I put the link to his channel in my description to this video, and looks like Young Coin Hunter just ran it there too. So I think it'd be fun. You're gonna drop a video to help him? Yeah, I mean, if you guys are friends with him and you like him, and like I said, he does giveaways basically every day. He has some sort of a giveaway going on of some type, and there's really never a cost to enter. He does run a few raffles where if you want to, you can buy spots for a few bucks here and there to try to win things, but all that is totally optional. But he does a lot of free giveaways. I believe I've won on a few things on his channel too, so it's just and if you are friends with him, you could probably try to help him out too, because I think it'd be fun just to push him over that 500 mark. Like Empyrean says, if he could do a shout out, that'd be fun. And I think when I do streams going forward, I'm gonna, find someone, or if you want some help, to let me know. And I think if we just focus on trying to help out one person each time, I mean, we can do a little bit of good. have some fun. I was just checking a 1984 that we just have here, just to confirm whether it was the double die obverse with the double ear. It wasn't, of course. Coin Kids loves the living room panner. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, Empyrean, I think it'd be fun just to, try to help someone out. How you doing, Beth? Thanks for coming in. There's a 1980. I always like to check the 1980s because there is a pretty cool double die obverse, but it's not too common. But I always like to check for that because 1980 is also my birth year, so I always like to try to find that one. But there's a 1965, so we know we're getting some older ones in here. And if you haven't watched my roll searching before, what I do is I pretty much, I don't look for every variety. I look for the major ones. And I do sort out the copper cents, but I don't do that on stream here because I always end up missing a few anyway. And before I take all these to cash them in, at least the ones I'm not keeping, I do like to go through them again just to make sure we didn't miss anything. And when I go through them again the second time is when I sort the copper out. And I usually do a recap video I was just seeing what this one is. It's just really dirty. It's a 74D. I'll do a recap video that'll recap the finds that we do. It'll break down some numbers, and we'll also, at that point, I'll tell you how many coppers there were. Like, for example, here we just found a 1999 Philadelphia. Yes, I could check each time to see if that's the wide AM, and I'll look right now since it's in my hand, but I prefer, no, it's the close AM. I prefer to get all the ones in the box together, like all the 98s, the 99s, the 2000s, pile them up and just do them all together at once. It's just so much more efficient, and it's just the way I do it. And knowing if I do it on the stream here, each one, it's kind of boring for y'all, and I'm gonna end up missing one or two of them anyway, so I gotta go through them again. What year? 1980, Empyrean. And how you doing, Deanne H? Good to see you. Josh Snake subbed the living room panner. Awesome. He's going to appreciate that. And like I says, I mean, we should all be helping each other out. This coin community, it's a close community. And, there's nobody else really out there doing us tons of favors here. So it's like we got to help each other out where we can. I was just checking a 1983 Philadelphia there. I check those always for the double die reverse variety. And if you have any questions for me during this stream and I'm not answering the chat, it's because I'm trying to look at some Lincoln cents here at the same time. But if you want me to answer and I just keep ignoring you, make sure you tag my name so I'll have a better chance of seeing that. And in this first roll, I don't see anything worth pulling out. No 2009s, no nothing. So. My birth year, Empyrean, 1980. All right, and just like that, we're one roll down. So, hey there, JW. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. Man, I'm having trouble with this roll. It's like locked shut. Let me give it a rip there. Who else did I miss coming in? Christopher W. I don't know if I've said hi to you yet. Thanks for coming in. JW's got his big live stream tomorrow. Make sure you guys check that out for his multi-channel giveaway. What did we have? About 20 channels that picked finalists and donated prizes to your stream. And there's another 5, 6, 7, 8 of them that donated in-stream prizes that you're going to give out during the stream tomorrow. So even if you got in on all the giveaways and you're hoping that you're going to be one of the finalists, you do want to be there during his live stream tomorrow. And if JW, if you want to put the time and all the information on that in there, that's great, because I'm sure everybody wants to be there to try to get those in-stream prizes. Out of high school in 1980. Nice. Yeah, well, there's some people here that aren't even as old as my channel, because I think I started my channel in, I don't even remember what year, but I've had my YouTube channel for a while. I didn't always use it other than just for watching videos, but yeah, young coin hunter, make sure they all smash that like button. Appreciate that. Roy, how you doing? Oh, Roy, look what we got under here under the camera. We got a Ben Franklin $50. And check this out. 1963. And it's almost uncirculated. I mean, it's real flashy and lustrous. It's just a little bit dirty. It's got a little bit of like haze on parts of it, but it's, I mean, a lot of people would call that uncirculated. It might be, but I'd just say really close. Let's just call it AU++ or something like that. So we got that under there, and probably going to be giving that away at the end of the stream here. So if you guys stick with it and hang out, you guys will have a chance to win that, because every time I do a stream, I like to try to give something away, just to keep it fun. And I'm just not finding anything worth showing you guys yet. I mean, there's just some dirty ones. There's some boring ones. I mean, so far there's not a lot of brand new ones. Like, usually we find a lot of 2018s, 2019s. I see a 2016 Denver. There's a 75 Philly, a 95 Denver, 2012 Denver, a 2008, and a 2017 Denver. So no 2018 so far. You like that one, Roy? I thought you'd like that one. So yeah, if you didn't see the very beginning, this box has 4 wheat cent enders in it. So those are going to be the last 4 rolls, and so we know we're getting at least 4 wheat cents before the end of the stream. I hope that's not all we get, because that'll be a huge disappointment, because I've been looking forward to opening this one all week after I saw those two there. Well, there is a 2018 D there, so we know it's not too old of a box. It hasn't been sitting in the bank vault for too long. Yep, JW's Coins and Hobbies, 6 p.m. Central, so that's 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. He's going to do some box battles. And then, is that when you're doing the big giveaway too? All during, or it's right after that, right? I might have all that wrong, so don't listen to me. Listen to whatever JW's typing in the chat if you're not already following it and you don't already have it calendared. Because I've heard some of the stuff that's going to be given away, and I've seen some of the items, and you're going to want to be there. Like I said, even if you didn't get in on all the different channel videos, there's going to be some cool in-stream stuff, so it'll be worth checking out, I believe. Yeah, there's a 73 and a 72D. Just not reading off all these dates because you'll get bored with that. There's a few 2018 Ds, 2017 D. And as you know, I always tell you I get almost all Denver mint stuff. Well, there's a 2019 D, so there's at least a couple. There's at least one from this year. So it hasn't been sitting there forever. There's a 95. I'll check the 95 to see if it's the double die, and it probably won't be. It isn't. Okay. So hopefully you guys are all having a good start to the weekend so far. And yeah, I'm surprised we're a few rolls in, and I haven't even found like one 2009 to save or one. Cindelicious, the 2018 D has a doubled ear. I've looked for that several times. I went through one box. I think it was maybe the second box. If you look back to box 2, maybe I had, and it had a ton of 2018s. Actually, I got like 3 or 4 full boxes of 2018 Ds sitting around here somewhere. And I went through the one box, separated out all the 2018 Denvers. There ended up being, what was it? I think 286 of them, I believe, or 283 of them. I looked at every single one of them. None of them was that variety. And anyway, I've seen photos and other people show that variety. It's really minor anyway, so it just didn't excite me. And I don't know if you guys have done it before, but if you look at 283 of the same exact coin over and over with nothing to show for it, and they're all brand new cents, and I just can't do it. I mean, if it was a valuable enough variety, or if I thought people wanted it, it'd be one thing. But I mean, we did get one thing here so far. It's a 2009 D, and it's the Lincoln Professional Life. So at least we got one find so far, 2009. But yeah, I mean, I just looked through so many of them, and it was just like, oh man, it's just, I don't know. I guess if I ever see somewhere that people are really paying real money for those and people care about it enough to do that, I might start looking at more of them. And like I says, when I go to the banks here in Los Angeles, I get new ones a lot. So I got like 3 or 4 boxes of 2019 Ds sitting there. I got a couple boxes of 2017 Ds. I know I got at least, I think maybe it's like 6 boxes of 2018 Ds. So I always save a few of them. But so I guess if it becomes a valuable enough variety, or if enough people are interested, at least I got a few new boxes I could break open and look. There's a pretty nice looking 73D. I mean, just got a lot of red to it. It's not worth saving, or I'll save it just because it's copper, but yeah. Landon Terry's pretty close to 100 subs. If you guys want to check them out, that'd be pretty cool. You guys should all check each other out and help each other out. Don't just sit here and just because I'm here and just listen to everything. Hang out with each other, make some friends, and that's what it's all about, But yeah, Young Coin Hunter posted a link just a bit ago, Living Room Panner. I put his link in my description of this video. I was just watching one of his giveaways earlier. Like I said, the guy does giveaways. You can look, and probably every day he's got some sort of giveaway going on. So if you like giveaways, they're not the super easiest ones to do. You just don't leave a comment and that's it. You got to email him your guesses of numbers. You got to sometimes you got to actually do a little bit, but he's giving away free stuff too. So if you like giveaways and you want more chances to win stuff, check out Living Room Panner. And he's been stuck at exactly 440 subs for quite a while, and he mentions it enough so, and he wants to get to that 500, and so I know he cares about it, which we all care about, growing our channels. So I thought, hey, well, I like his content. He's a good guy. Maybe we can get him a few subscribers. And I didn't tell him I was even going to shout him out. So I think it'd be a fun surprise if he logs in and all says, hey, where'd those extra 5 or 10 or 20? I don't even know how many we can get him. So I just think it'll be fun. Bunch of new ones in here. There's a 1980. That's not the double die. 2005D. 2002. There's our first S-Mint of the box, and that's an okay one. It's a 71S with a little bit of red-brown color. It says I always like to save the San Francisco cents. Just always do. None of them are really rare or anything. I checked the 69S for the double die, of course, which, I have never found one of those, and maybe never will. Probably never will, but you got to look for that one. But I always save the S-Mints anyway, just because they're a little more scarce, and I always liked trying to find them when I was younger. So, who doesn't love free stuff, Young Coin Hunter says? Exactly. Just watch some of my mail calls. There's tons of, I was checking a 95D for double die obverse. It wasn't. There's tons of free giveaways and all kinds of cool channels doing giveaways, not just when they get to 500 subscribers or 1,000 or whatever it is, but there's some that just do regular giveaways, and not all of them are easy to win. Some of them are difficult, but really, you just got to be a little bit lucky sometimes, and if you enter enough giveaways, you're going to win some. Like I says, if you want to know more channels that have giveaways, look at my mail calls. I got another, right now I'm just looking over at my pile of mail because I'm kind of still behind on my mail calls. I probably got about 20 to 25 packages sitting there that I still need to do mail calls. Now, some of it's just people sending me, stickers for sticker trades, things like that, but a lot of it's giveaways, just stuff I've gotten, for free, so it's kind of fun. Nothing else in that roll, unfortunately. All right. Yeah, Living Room Panner does a lot of little raffles and stuff, and like I said, he does have some stuff where he does auctions, where it's a kind of a where you just gotta email him your bids, and he kind of keeps a running total. He does fun stuff like that, but he's always got some sort of a free giveaway going on. But if you do want to pay to get into some of his raffles, sometimes he has some cool stuff, and it's some weird stuff too. It's it's not always just coins. It's all of a sudden, oh yeah, then there'll be a $10 Starbucks card, or there'll be something else. Sometimes it's just some random stuff, so it's kind of fun. All right, I think I just see a wheat cent there. I'm gonna flip it over so maybe you guys don't see the date there. Empyrean label though I see says, what does Superbird mean from a 52 quarter? Well, the Superbird is a variety on the 1952 proof Washington quarter. And on the reverse, in the center of the eagle's breast, there's basically a small letter S there. It almost looks like an S mint mark punched right into the. I mean, it's raised up, so it'd be punched into the die. So it looks like there's a little S on the eagle's breast, just like Superman. So they call it the Superbird variety, and it's a popular variety. It takes like maybe a normal 1952 quarter that would be worth $40-50, and it turns it into something that's worth around 100. So it at least doubles the value. So we do have a wheat cent there, and you know what I'll do? I'll put that under the here. And I did look at the date, but I don't even remember exactly what the date is. But there's the wheat cent, and if you guys want to guess the date just for fun, anybody think they can get close? You'll get some, you get some props. I don't have anything to give you, but it'll be fun. I know some of you guys like to do that. And we have a 2017 Philadelphia. I usually find about one of those per box. So we've already found one, so that's kind of fun, because usually I only get Denver Mint stuff for at least the first, or at least the most recent 5 to 10 years. It's almost all Denver coins. It just takes a while for Philadelphia stuff to circulate. So it's cool that I got one. Even though they're worth no premium at all, it's just, like I said, it's just something else I like to look for to kind of keep track of, because if I say we keep doing this, a box every so often for the next 5 years or the next 10 years, it'd be nice to see, well, yeah, maybe in 2019 you were only getting 1 or 2 a box, but maybe in 2029, if we're all still here doing this, maybe I'm still only getting 1 or 2 a box, or maybe I'm getting 20 or 30 a box. I don't know. I just think it would be something fun to track. And it's just cool that was the first time they put a Philadelphia mint mark on a cent, and the only time so far. There's a 1960, an 83D. See you guys making guesses there. When I get done with this roll, I'll check that out. 91, and a 2019D. Lots of guesses there, and I don't remember. I know it's in the 1940s, so I'm giving you a little spoiler there. Let's see what we got. Whoops. I flipped it out of the way there. No, it wasn't in the 40s. I totally missed. It's a 1929. Awesome. Like I said, I kind of just glanced at it. I knew the date was before 59, and I thought it said 40-something, but it's actually 29. Very cool. Anybody guess 1929? I doubt it. Let's take a look. We got a 39, Young Coin Hunter. We got a 37. Yeah, nobody had that one. Wow. I didn't even have it. I looked at it and I thought it was a 46 or a 49 when I just kind of glanced out of the corner of my eye. Empyrean's claiming he said 29. Did he really? I see that you said 57D. What are you talking about? You might have said it to yourself, but you didn't type it. Oh, so that's fun. So we know that's I think that's ties for oldest one I've gotten a roll so far on these streams. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I think we had a 1921 and one. I mean, I found older ones in boxes on my own, but just not live streaming. I mean, I found Indian cents before. Not too often. Found a couple of them, but I think that ties for the oldest. I think we did find one other 1929 in one of the streams not too long ago. This one's real ugly. I'm going to get that wheat cent under there just to show you like how bad sometimes these coins can get. Let's just look at that. That's just horrible. There's all kinds of stuff growing on that and stuck to it. Oh, that's horrible. Gotta wash your hands after doing this. And we'll put a Franklin back under there for a little bit. Now he's joking. He didn't even say it to himself. Hey there, Linda Davis. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Been searching state quarters. That's always fun. Well, what's crazy now is you got the state quarters and the America Beautiful quarter, so you got to get 2 maps going to really do it. But because I think we're getting pretty close to the end of those America the Beautiful quarters too. I don't collect them. I don't really keep track of them. I mean, I see them in my change and stuff, but I think it's getting close to the end of that series. There's just a bunch of common stuff here. 2017D, 2014D, 17D, 76D, 78D, 2001 Denver, 2005D, 79, an 88 Denver. There's another dirty one. Can we even read the date on that one? It's a 1990 something. Not that interesting. Pretty sure you subbed to everyone in the feed. That's awesome. Very cool. Cindelicious found an 1898 once. That's pretty cool. Nothing wrong with that. Gonna play 29 on the lottery. It's been following you. Hey, good luck. Very good luck on that. Young Coin Hunter, thanks for posting that link for Living Room Panner. I'm gonna just kind of peek at his page real quick. It's up to 444, so we got him 4 new subscribers. That's pretty cool. Like I said, the guy's been stuck at 440 subscribers for at least... I mean, he's been bouncing around. I've seen it go up and down. Oh, we got another wheat cent. I'll show that in just a second. And, you know, he'd gain 1 and lose 1 and gain 2 and then lose 2. But it just seems like that number 440, he just can't get off of it. So it's, I just thought it'd be fun to run his link here. I got it in my description and talk about it. Because he usually doesn't come into the live streams. And so kind of just do it in secret, kind of surprise him and with some subscribers. And like I said, if you like giveaways... He does giveaways constantly. He's got, and they're free. Most of them are free giveaways, but he always got some sort of a free giveaway going on. So that one's got a big bump in it right there. But if you guys want to try your hand at guessing another date, I looked at this one so I know it, so I won't say anything else. But there's another one. Let me move the light a little bit to see if that makes a difference. A little bit, not much. And let me look at some chat here to see what else is going on. Jason Patton, thanks for coming in. I'm doing fine. Landon Terry's up to 70 subscribers. That's awesome. Wooden box full of rolled coins you can't even pick up. Okay. Hey, Mullins, what's up? Thanks for coming in. I need about every 2 to 3 boxes. I'd be searching more boxes if I was finding one every 2 to 3 boxes. That's for sure. I'd be searching a lot more. Got a lot of guesses coming in. But yeah, if you're looking for another channel where you can win some stuff, make sure you get the Living Room Panner. Again, I got his link in my description, and Young Coin Hunter posted it, and it's just going to be fun when he's probably already wondering, and who knows, maybe he looks at it more than we, maybe, you know, because I look every now and then, hey, do I get any more subscribers? Of course, but, I mean, I know some people look like way too much. They notice every time something moves, so maybe he's like that. But all right, let's see what the date is. It's a 53S. And like I said, they got a big punch right in his neck there that sticks out the other side, so it's got some damage, but who said 53S? I bet no one did. Let's see. We had 52 with Mullins. That was pretty close. Not too bad. Hey there, PNC Floyd. Oh, it's probably Pink Floyd, huh? Cool. And Sublime Mad Dog. I didn't say hi to you. Thanks for coming in. Coin Junkie. Cool. Scott. I don't know if I said hi to you yet. No, I appreciate you guys coming in and at least saying hello and hanging out for a bit. Just looking through some Lincoln cents, and I see another wheat cent. So I'll put another one under here if you guys want to guess the date while we go through the rest of this roll. Yeah, I think a lot of people were a little more closer. Yeah, that 1929 surprised me. I was like I said, even when I looked at the date, I saw the date, and I still thought it was a 40-something. It's just I kind of saw it out of the corner of my eye, and I flipped it over real quick. I was just checking out a really nice-looking 1983, hoping it was the double die reverse, and it wasn't. I mean, it's not a super high grade. It's probably even an AU58, maybe a 63 red-brown, that kind of range, but just has some nice eye appeal to it, and if that was the double die reverse, that would have been a keeper for sure. I mean, all of them are keepers if they're the 63 double die, or 83 double die, I'm sorry. Just got 63 on my mind because I had that Franklin half here that we're giving away. That's probably what it is. All right, we got some more guesses coming in. Everybody thinks they know this one for sure. They're sure about it. Deanne didn't get the 60, the RPM, huh? I must have missed that one. Was that over on Copper Coins? I heard he had a pretty good one and had a lot of the repunched mint marks, but all right, let's see how close you guys got this time. I already forgot the date. 52. It's got a lot of meat left on it too. Not a bad 52. Pretty cool. Have I hunted anything on my site? Says Empyrean. Well, I mean, I don't think there's anything on my website that I've gotten out of rolls, if that's what you're asking. But there's stuff that, like that Superbird quarter that you might be asking about. I've cherry picked several of those at shows, like just looking at 1952 proof sets, and you just say, "Oh wow, that's the Superbird." So you buy that set and you pop that one out of the set and you go get it graded if it's a high enough grade, and you pay the little bit extra fee for the attribution. And so I cherry picked quite a few varieties, if that's what you mean. Did you get that one, Cindy? You know what? I didn't even look. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mentioned it probably last stream, but if you guys are ever, you have no idea when you're looking and you want to make a guess too, just for fun, what you do is you just almost always guess 44, 45, 56, 57, 58, because it's almost always one of those. Just look at the mintages. There's so many 44s and 45s, so if you just always guess that, eventually you're going to be right. How you doing, Cutie Cat? Thanks for coming in. I'm just looking through some Lincolns, and then we're going to be giving away one of these towards the end. A nice, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to be a little more conservative when I'm giving things away, or especially if I'm buying coins on the grading. But so I hesitate to actually call that uncirculated, even though it probably is. Let's just say it's a really, really nice AU, because it does have some haze on it, but I think most dealers, and I think the dealer I bought it from probably sold it to me as uncirculated as well. But I don't want to say it's a nice uncirculated and then have you think it's going to be a nice MS65 and a gem coin or anything. But so I try to err on the side of caution there. I like people to be surprised for a good reason when they get stuff. So when I do my photos for my website and all that, you can do things to your photos to make them look better than they really are. I never do anything like that. I always want the coin to look better than the photos when the customers get them, so they're surprised, and for a good way. I don't want people to say, "Oh, wasn't as good as the photos," and be, have a bad feeling about it when I get it. That's not good. You told my 44. I'm sorry, Roy. I'm sorry. I let the cat out of the bag. You guess 44 because it's in your name, Badlands? Yeah. That's one way to do it, too. Josh, thanks for coming in. If you're going to come back later, you lost us. I don't know what that means, but if you were trying to ask questions or something, just go ahead and tag one of our names or something like that, if that's what you mean. But you have a 1960 D penny. It's an MS70 condition. Wow. That's got to be MS70 is perfect. So there you go. I'd say it's got to be pretty close to perfect, but it actually is perfect. Here's a 1995 Denver that kind of popped out of this roll literally because it's like dome shaped. It's like a little bowl shape. Someone really hit it hard in the center, and there's like a big cut in it. I'll try to put it under the scope just for fun, but yeah, it doesn't even sit flat because it's like a bowl shape, so it was kind of sticking out of the roll. And you can see that it's all bent because of the odd wear pattern on the coin. You only get that if the coin's bent. It just wears unnaturally. Let me try to catch up on a little bit of chat there because I'm missing stuff. What year? I don't know what you're asking about, Mullins. And hey, I apologize too because I know all my streams, at least lately, I get like a 20 to 30 second delay. So if I ever do anything important, like when we get to any giveaways, I'll try to be typing that in chat so everybody sees things at the same time, because I know some of you might be hearing me 10 seconds different than other people, and so I know I probably need a different computer or better upgrade a bunch of stuff to do some better streaming and to get rid of that lag. That's what I've been told. Because I know my internet connection is pretty good. It shouldn't be that causing it, but just not finding a lot in these rolls. I mean, usually I find a lot more S-mints. We find a lot of 2009s. There's just really not, it's just all common stuff. Like 94D, 2013P, 05D. There's an 83 Philadelphia. Let's see if it's the double die reverse. And it isn't. 2000D, 2017D, 2018D, 07D, 95D, a really beat up 1980, and a 2018D. All right. But we have got a few wheat cents, so that's cool. Who has an old MS-70 coin? Well, Landon, I guess it depends on who graded it, too, because I got some old MS-70 coins graded by companies that aren't real legit. They're basically people that make up their own grading company and put whatever they want on their label, and they just don't sell. They're not really MS-70 coins, but it says it on the label. So, but if you're talking about reputable grading companies like PCGS or NGC, I mean, don't have any things that are too old. It was MS-70, that's at least. Or Proof 70, I guess, even. Got to get back to the bank before it closes. Thanks for coming in, Linda. Deep dish variety, yeah, that could be it. What year Benji? I'll show you. It's a 63. A 63 Benji right there. And I believe it's the Philadelphia. I think I showed that earlier. Yep, no mint mark above the bell there. So, 63 Benji. Yeah, it's nice. It's real flashy. But you can see here, if I tilt it like that, there's some haziness in the corner there and down there. There's just some, that's the way to get sometimes. And it's got some light lines in front of the face there. I didn't look close enough to see if that's die lines or just scratches. I don't know. A little bit of a fingerprint in the field, so it's not a perfect, but it's probably uncirculated. So I'm sure no one's going to complain, especially if they're the winner, right? Empyrean wants to know, can I say 5 pennies any mint worth something? Well, first of all, I'll show you this. It's not penny. It's cents. So Batman slaps Robin in the face if he says penny, because it's cents. So hopefully young coin hunter's able to see that. I've been saving that just for him. But anyway, yeah, I don't any mint 1980 that's worth something. Yeah, I don't know what the question. I don't really know. Who else here? George Luna, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. There's a 73, a 96D, 79. I mean, we're getting a good mix of copper in here at least, so I'll be able to sort all that out later and give you a good number. You like that, young coin hunter? Yeah. I saw a friend of mine put that on Facebook not too long ago. I'm like, you know what? I got to turn that into something and mess with them about that. So, yeah, I figured you'd like that. It's a 76D, an 80 Denver, a 94D, 2017D, 2019D. There's an 09D at least. This is another one of the Professional Life. So we got 2 of those now. So there's another find at least, even though it's worth 1 cent, but it's still a find. Something that we can keep track on our tally when we're done, or when I do the recap video. And nothing else to mention there. Living Room Panner, did he come in here? Did I miss that? Uh-oh. Did he figure out we were sending people to subscribe to him? Uh-oh. Did someone say my name, Panner's here? Yeah, I missed that. Well, hey, how you doing, Living Room Panner? I put your link in the description of my video here, and I've been telling people to go over and subscribe to you because I saw your video earlier and you were mentioning you were stuck at 440. So we're trying to push you up to at least 450. So I've been telling everybody you do free giveaways almost every day you got some sort of a giveaway going on. So just trying to. You weren't even subbed to me, Living Room Panner. What are you talking about? I'm running your channel here and trying to help you out. Nah, you probably were subbed to me. That's the thing. It's just I've had that happen too, where it just unsticks for some reason, or I don't know. Believe me, I've gone to now. Sometimes I just think that it's like, oh, I'm sure I subscribed to that person. I see that I wasn't, but there's others that I've gone to that I know 100% certainty I was subscribed to, and then at some point I look and then it says that I'm not. So it might not even be that you didn't. So that's it. So Tristan likes the 63 Benji. Absolutely. Someone's going to win that. Maybe you. Irma, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. YOLO, what's up? Thanks for coming. That's awesome. Hey, up to 446, Living Room Panner. We're getting you there, one at a time. If that's how you have to do it. Can't get them all at once, that's for sure. Hey, we got another wheat cent. Anybody want to guess the date of that one? I just saw it, but I'm sure you guys didn't, unless you're watching like on a 60 or 70 inch HD monitor or something. There's a 1980, a 2013D, an 82D, a 98. We'll check that for the close AM, or sorry, the wide AM when I do it later. Like I said, I like to pile all the ones that I check for those close or wide AMs all and do them all at once, because that way I can remember, hey, I got to look for the close AMs now, or oh, I got to look for the wide AMs, because if I do them all one at a time, I always got to second guess myself. Well, which one is this supposed to be, and which one is it, and all that. So yeah, Beth says happened to her too. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube does that sometimes. It's like it's hard enough to get people to subscribe to you, or to find a good channel that you want to subscribe to, and then at some point it just reverses itself, and then you got to do it again. It's just not right. That's awesome. Lots of fun stuff happening, and all right. Yeah, you always make sure you check out Living Room Panner's videos, and I mean, the one that I know he's always a free giveaway going on is every day he's got like a number guessing game where it's usually 1 to 50, and you get one guess per day, and you don't leave it in the comments. You have to email him, though, and then he does an update video that says what everybody guessed, and if the number hasn't been picked, you get to send another email the next day, and everybody keeps emailing him numbers once a day until somebody gets it. And so that's always going on. So there's always a giveaway going on this channel of some sort. All right, we got a lot of guesses there. I forgot to show you. And we got a 56D. So if you listened to me earlier and we're guessing those dates I told you to always guess, this was one of them. And Beth got it, 56. And Tristan got it too, 56. But neither one of you said the D, though, so sorry. Nah, it's good enough to get the year, usually. That's pretty good. And what else we got going on here? Been inactive for a year, only started to come back, YOLO. Okay. Michael, can I get a stick for your new board? You mean you need another one? I already did a sticker trade with you, didn't I? I thought I sent you one. I mean, I can send you another one, but it'd be better if you emailed me or reply. I've just sent you my email for my guests earlier this morning. If you reply just to remind me, because if I write it down somewhere right now during the stream, chances are that I won't see wherever I wrote that down later, or I'll forget. But if you send me an email and say, hey, send me a sticker, and then have your address handy, absolutely I'll send you one. And if you care which one, if you want the die cut one that's right here, or if you want the circle one, if you want a specific one, let me know that too. Otherwise, I just grab whatever's handy. A lot of common stuff here. 19D, 81D, 92D. We'll check that for close AM when I pile them all up later. And an 89D. Alright, what else we got here? No one knows. Yeah, that's kind of fun, Beth, because it's like, well, and then you get to see it, and like each day when you get the numbers, it narrows down because he shows you the numbers that have been chosen by everybody usually, or you can just look into list of all the numbers that have been picked, and then it kind of incentivizes you to send your email to him pretty quickly after he posts the video, because, you know, when there's only like 10 numbers left, you know, who knows, everybody could be sending in the same number for their guess, but if you're the first one, then you get that guess. Everybody else is kind of out of luck. Yeah, wow, there's another wheat cent. We're getting a lot of wheat cents. So there's the reverse of that one. If y'all want to take a guess, and I'll check chat here for a second. Tristan wants to know how I'm doing. I'm doing great. I'm playing around with coins and talking to some friends. Gotta love that. I mean, at least I do. Helping out a friend here too, Living Room Panner. He's up to 447. We got to get him to 450 before this stream ends. I'll just keep streaming. No, I'm not going to say that because I know what some people do. If you guys, some of you out there that might want me to keep streaming will go intentionally unsubscribe to him just so I have to stay on. I've seen that happen to other YouTubers, and I'm not going to play that game. But there was one big stream. There's a 70S. We always save the estimate marks. There was one big streamer that I follow. He was doing a live stream because he was getting close to either 2 million or 3 million, whatever it was, and he was like a couple thousand away, and he goes, I'm just live streaming until we hit that mark. And he was on for a few hours, and he was getting real close, and then somebody in chat, some smart aleck, goes, hey guys, let's all unsubscribe him right now so he has to stay on and hang out with us longer. And he lost like 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers instantly, and he like starts yelling at everybody, and it was mean. I'm sure everybody subscribed him right back eventually, but it was pretty funny. So that's one of Living Room Panner's crazy ideas, the split number pick giveaway. Now, it's just a fun channel. It was one of the first ones that I kind of started watching, and I used to send him a lot more guesses, but I probably should do it more often because there's a chance for free coins. But I used to do it every day and really pay attention, but every now and then when it pops right up and it's right towards... The problem is I subscribe to so many channels now. If I go to my subscriptions page, I can't watch everything. It's just crazy. There's so much stuff, so it's just harder and harder. But Living Room Panner is one of those you're going to want to ring the bell to, so right when he posts a video, you can get your guess in before others. So, all right, we got a lot of guesses here, a lot of good guesses, and we got ourselves a pretty nice looking 41D. Let me get that under there. Did anybody say 1941D? I would doubt it. Roy at 44 again, of course. I'm going to have to just slip a 44 into the mix just to let you win there, Roy. Got a lot of guesses in the 40s. Very good. Thanks, Tristan. I hope I find an Indian cent too. That'd be amazing. And a 45D. Okay. Yeah, nobody said 41D. That's a nice looking 41D. Nicer than you usually see, at least. I mean, all wheat cents are worth saving, in my opinion, but that one I was kind of happy with. It's 85D, a 94D, another 85D, 2000 Denver, a 14 Denver. There's an 84 Philadelphia. We'll check that to see if it's the double ear, double die outburst. It's not. You know, remember, when you're looking for the bigger varieties, those red book varieties that are worth good money even in circulated grades, you're almost always going to be disappointed. They're really hard to find for a reason. I mean, they're valuable for a reason. It's because they're really hard to find. If they were that easy to find, they wouldn't be worth what they're worth. There's a really bad 1972 S that's even hard to read, but it's another S, so we'll save it for our account. And we have another wheat cent. We'll get that 41D out of the way, and I'll show you that one. That's our 6th wheat cent so far, plus we know we got 4 enders waiting for us at the end of the box. That is not bad so far. There's a 93 and a 95D. And I'll get these out of the way. I'll catch up with chat. By then, some of this delay will be out of the way, and you'll have your chance. All right, let's see here. If you guys haven't checked it out, they want to check out my 1500 giveaway. That's already over, Tristan, so I appreciate you pointing that out. But if you guys want to see the results of that, that's at the end of my stream on Daniel Carr and the Moonlight Mint. We picked the winners right at the end of that stream. Hopefully you guys watch the stream, too, if you're interested in some cool tokens and medals and basically a guy in Colorado that has his own Denver mint press and makes literally makes his own coins. It's real fun. So So we did that stream. It was about 2.5 hours long, and then there was an extra 20 minutes or so at the end that we did the 1500. We picked the winners for that. So appreciate that. Let me catch up with some more chat. Living Room Panner's playing with some dirt. I mean, maybe that's why they call him the Living Room Panner. He pans in his living room. So that's, if you like that kind of stuff, that's another reason to check him out. Landon's going to do some giveaways and some streaming when he gets his 1K. Really cool. Imperial says if we had MS-70 approved Lincoln Sense from 80 to 2005, but could only keep 5 years. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't collect much of the moderns, and I would never pay premiums for MS-70s or Proof 70s. I just don't do that. It's not my style. I think a Proof 69 or an MS-69 will look just as perfect. I mean, there's the difference between a 69 and a 70, most people can't see, and frankly, the grading companies get them wrong quite often anyway. So I just wouldn't pay premiums for 70s, and I don't. I mean, now if you look at my website, my archive, I've had 70s before. I've bought and sold them, but I've only had those because they've either been traded to me or they were just going so cheap I knew I could make a few bucks on them, and that's kind of how that worked. But I don't collect them, so a lot of guesses coming on. Come on, please. Cool video. Yeah, I mean, everybody check. I mean, that was for Coin Seminar Weekend that Ken Peavy does. Definitely, there's a lot of good people that did Coin Seminar Weekend. Beth, I know you did a stream. There was a couple of, I mean, they're all up there still for everyone to watch, and Ken's got that up on his website, so they're always there. So I hope you guys can check those out. This one was a 57D. So again, if you pick the dates that I always tell you to pick, I guess I let the cat out of the bag. Tristan got it, 57D, and it looks like Coin Junkie also got it, 57D. Very cool. Coin Hunting Couple, what's up? Thanks for coming in and saying hello. Got the big giveaway on JW's channel tomorrow. Hopefully everybody can make that. I know Coin Hunting Couple was part of that too. So that's cool. But yeah, also with that the Coin Seminar Weekend, I know if you guys had a favorite stream on that, you can always remember send your votes in for your favorite Coin Seminar Weekend stream. I believe it's just coinseminarweekend@gmail.com. I know Paula Bloom tallies up all those, and she goes out a prize on those. So I'm not telling you to go vote for me, of course, because, I mean, I won it last time, so I don't, But definitely, if you've watched the streams, and I encourage you to check them all out, and it's just something if you guys wanted to participate a little further. I think they're giving that prize out maybe this weekend, or I don't even know. They usually let it go about a week or so after the Coin Seminar Weekend. But there were some cool streams this time, and like I said, he usually does the Coin Seminar Weekend once every couple months, so if you guys ever want to participate in one of those, there are opportunities to do that. You don't have to talk for 2.5 hours or like whatever I did. You could just do a 30-minute presentation, and I'm sure a lot of people would love that. Alright, I'm missing tons of chat here. I just see it flying by all of a sudden. Let's see if I'm missing anything that you guys want me to... Unless you guys are all hanging out with each other, I don't know. Which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. Yep, check it out. Think about doing... Yeah, exactly what I was just saying, Beth. I know there's a delay, so you probably said it first. Definitely do the Coin Seminar Weekends. It not only challenges yourself to like really think about a topic or something that other people would enjoy, but I mean, it just lets you share something you like with a whole bunch of other people, and maybe help them learn something. J.M. Engelhard's here. Happy Catter Day. As you can tell, J.M. Engelhard is a little bit of a cat lover there, so thanks for coming in. Appreciate that. Even though you said my 1,500 subscriber giveaway, I was being a dorky with my spreadsheet and everything. Even though that was so easy to make, J.M. Engelhard, I didn't really go in and type all those numbers. I went to people's comments, got the number one time, and the rest was all done with formulas. I mean, come on, that's not nerdy. It's so much more fun than a random comment picker. Come on. So, and there's just nothing in this roll. There's a 64D, a 75 Philly, 81 Philly. There's some copper, but boring stuff. Nothing worth saving. Trying to learn more about coins and such? Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I've been collecting for 30 plus years, and a lot of people say, oh, how do you know so? Well, you're always reading more stuff, and every time but believe me, even if I do this for another 30 years, God willing, there's still going to be more to learn. So, You're never going to know it all. There's just too much. Now, you can become a specialist in certain areas and stuff, but there's just too much stuff. And that's what makes it fun, like going to coin shows, and because you'll think that you know a lot about stuff, or you'll think that you've seen just about everything, but you go to a major coin show and you'll see so much stuff that you didn't even know existed, which can be dangerous for the pocketbook too, because you'll see a lot of stuff that you like and you have to buy. There's a 73D, a 74D. Exactly. Miss Jamie, thanks for coming in. Living Room Panners, gotta go. Later taters. Make sure you guys sub the Living Room Panner. We gotta get them up to 450. He started at 440 at the beginning of my stream here, so we're trying to help him out. Like I said, he runs giveaways every day. There's always a free giveaway going on if you like free stuff. And speaking of free stuff, we got a 1963 Ben Franklin half there that I'm going to give away when I'm done looking at all these coins. So there is a 1970D. Learned a lot in a year. Yeah, I mean, there's... And that's what's cool about YouTube. It's like people do these great presentations and programs and stuff, and it's just, they're always up there. And if you miss something, you can quickly rewind. And I mean, it's one thing when you're, like, I'm parts of a lot of coin clubs, and you go to those meetings, and sometimes you're just not in the mood to hear whatever they're talking about for, like, going on, or you get distracted by other stuff, or you don't understand what they're talking about, or you miss something, and it's like you just can't go back. It's just, but that's what's cool about doing it here, because even if you missed all of Coin Seminar Weekend last weekend, you can do it this weekend. You can watch them all right today if you want. Nothing too exciting in that roll. But yeah, definitely if you had a favorite from that weekend last weekend and you want to put in your vote, I think it's just coinseminarweekend@gmail.com. And I think she's still taking votes for that if you want to have your say. That would be it. Look at that. We got a wheat cent right here on... That wasn't on the end, I don't think. Did I grab the ender accidentally? No, I still got my 4 wheat cent enders there, but I'm not even going to look at this one. I'm just going to put it right on there. It must have been just like the second or third coin, and it just popped up like that, and I wasn't looking, but... It's still on. Colonials and encased stamps were like that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Colin, there's always... And not only that, because I'm a part-time coin dealer, so I have a table at the shows. So when people see the cool stuff I have, sometimes they, like, bring stuff to the shows knowing I'm going to be there and say, hey, but have you ever seen this? Have you ever seen that? And so, what's Mike keeping with the pennies? Well, J.M. Engelhard, real quick, we got a rule here. It is not a penny. They are cents. Pennies are collected over in England, Great Britain. They have pennies. Us here in America, we have cents. So Batman doesn't like that. So there you go. But anyway, what's with Mike keeping all the cents? What are we keeping? Only Wheaties? No, what I do is I keep the Wheaties, of course. I like to keep track of that. I keep all the S Mint coins just because San Francisco Mint coins are cool, the 68s through the 74s. And I never found those when I was a kid living in Illinois. So, I mean, I find a lot more of them here in California. Thanks, Young Coin Hunter, for having my back there. I keep the 2017 Philadelphias because you know, J.M. Engelhard, here on the West Coast, we just don't find Philadelphia mint coins for the first few years. So I figure if I keep tracking the 2017 Ps, maybe in a few years we'll see more and more of them in each box. So that's something fun to keep. I keep track of all the 2009 varieties. If I find any 59s, the first year memorial cents, I save those. If I find any like error coins, like any of them that are slightly off center, misaligned, of course I save those. Anything with a little bit of toning, or I'll pull those aside. Or anything that's just, you know, exceptionally ugly or messed up, I'll set those aside for fun. Just, yeah, whatever. But yeah, as far as all the minor varieties and stuff, I don't check those. Yeah, I just keep all the S-mints, J.M. Engelhard. I just think, why not? Of course, I look at the ones for the major varieties, like I'll look at all the 83s for the double die reverse, the 84s, double die obverse, the 95s for the double die. I mean, you never really find those, but, you know, every so often you will. There's a 64D, 75D. But no, I know there's other streamers. They'll look at every single cent they find under the microscope, looking for every mark or die crack or clash, whatever it is. And look, I don't have a problem with that. That's what they do. Cool coin hunting couple. Learn something else. Good. I mean, but I just don't do that. I'd rather just go through more boxes and just go for the major stuff, because I don't collect all the very minor varieties, and I don't see very many others either. So I mean, I'm mostly just looking for the big stuff. I'll set aside a bunch of the wheat scents, because I know if I get a bunch of those together, you know, that's always fun. And what I do is when I go back through them, because I know I'm missing some stuff potentially, like right there was a 70D, but if I look at it real close, sometimes, hey, maybe it was really an S, because I'm trying to read chat and all this. So I always go back, and when I go back through things later on, I set aside all the copper versus the zinc. I separate all that out so we can keep track of how much copper we find in each box too. So, yep, 81D and a 2015D. And I got a wheat scent still under that scope that I'm dying to know what the date is, and I'm sure you guys are finally ready to see as well. 56D. And let's see if anybody had that. Empyrean 56D. I saw that right away. Nice. Landon Terry 56. There we go. Yes. A couple of you guys got it. Good job. And we'll go ahead and get that back out of there. And we'll get that one back out of there. And I'll keep that domed one. And we'll put this back under here. Just so you guys can check it out. Anyone else going to Fun 2020, the January show? I haven't been to it before. I've been told I should go to it. I've heard it's a great show, but it's just other side of the country, and it's expensive to travel to shows like that. So I usually don't go to that, because we got here in Southern California, we got the Long Beach shows usually in early February. So just usually wait for that. Coin Hunting Couple says so many dates, you gotta have a cheat sheet. Well, depends on what you're looking for too. If you're just looking for the few major varieties, the ones that are actually worth money pretty much in any grade. I mean, when I say worth money, I mean $10 or more. I mean, I know a lot of these that, yeah, if you find some of the very minor varieties, you might be able to get, 50 cents or $1 just from somebody. I just don't spend the time on that. There's another wheat scent we just found. But so if you're only looking for the major stuff, you just get to know it. But yeah, if you're really looking for everything, yeah, you got to have a cheat sheet. But even the minor stuff, I mean, that's why our buddy Rob Finds Treasure sells those. You got to err on him. He calls them penny hunting mats, but they're really Lincoln scent hunting mats. But you know what I mean. He's got those basically really big mouse pads you set down, and he's got the dates right on there. So that is the cheat sheet. And they're kind of handy in there. And I did get a few of those in a trade from him once, so I have a few of those laying around that I could use as giveaways someday potentially, because I know a lot of people like those. And we got another wheat scent right there. This box is turning out to be okay as far as the wheat scents go. There's a 66, a 2014D, a 78, a 15D, 05D, 2010D, 18D, 17D, 16D, 18D, a really, really beat up 15 Denver, and a 2000, is that a 3 or an 8? I don't care. We'll get rid of all those. Did I just put that wheat? No, the wheat scent's right here. Okay, I almost lost that wheat scent. Got a few more people still playing some guessing there. J.M. Engelhardt's never been to the fun show. Yeah, I mean, I'll go to, there's a show, I think it might be next weekend, J.M. Engelhardt, in Vegas. So I might go up there for a day, because I got a friend that lives up there now. And, I mean, Vegas is only a few hours away, and it just might be an excuse to go up there if there's a coin show, and I can waste a little money in the rest of the town, too. So I might go up to that. And sometimes I'll travel to the annual ANA World's Fair of Money, American Numismatic Association, because that rotates around to a different show every year. And you get the different world mints to go there, too. So if you want to buy, right from the Austrian mint or the Royal Canadian Mint, or they got them right there. You can buy their stuff right from them. And so there's some fun stuff to do at those shows. But I mean, the Baltimore show's going on right now. I don't ever travel to that one. I've heard it's good, though. I don't go to the fun show. But you just can't go to them all. But do you get anything if you guess correctly? No, Tristan. You just get the, admiration of your peers and the respect of your colleagues here. But no, it's just something to do for fun. It would be cool to find an Indian head, J.M. Engelhardt. I have a couple times, but not on a live stream, though. So let's see what we got here. And let me move my screen so I can see what that says. It looks like it says 1950. Let me move. Oh, wow. Nope, it's a 56D. Well, is it? It's dirty. Let me rotate that. Yeah. Remember, I'm looking on a really tiny screen here. Even you guys might be able to see it better. That's 56D. Let me just double check. Yep, 56D. So we'll get right out of that one, and we'll go on to the next wheat cent that I found from that roll. If you guys want to take a guess to that. Wish you could go to that Vegas show. Just got a new job. Well, congratulations, J.M. Engelhard. Very cool to hear. Landon Terry guessed 56D on that. So did Miss Jamie. Awesome. You guys got it right on. A&A show was good. Yeah, I mean, it was in downtown Los Angeles in 2009. Then it came out to Anaheim 2016. It comes out to California about once every 10 years. But it does a couple years in Chicago, and will usually be one on the East Coast somewhere. I mean, remember the American Numismatic Association, they don't always pick the best location that's going to make them the most money for their dealers. They also got to worry about their collectors, so they try to rotate it around the country, which I think's fun. And like 2017, it was in Denver. I had never been to Denver before, and I got some friends out there, and I figured, well, heck, I can go there for a couple days and go to the show, and I had a great time there. And the cities, at least the part that I saw, I enjoyed it and got some good coins there, and so I have fun with that. But as far as to set up as a dealer and spend all the money to buy a table and be there for the 5 or 6 days the show is, it's just too much. It's very expensive for one, and you got to sell a ton of coins just to even break even, and I don't know. Just way too much. I don't do it that way. Thanks. Hope you do go and make some videos. Well, maybe I can do that. All right, let's see what the date is on this one. I didn't even look. 45. Again, if you would have listened to me earlier and just keep picking those dates I told you to pick, that's another one of those dates. I kind of ruined the fun, but 1945. And that is, if you look in your red book, that's actually a separate subtype of the wheat cent. So in 1943, we had the steel cents, which are really made of steel and they're zinc plated. And then 44, 45, and then part of 46, it was a slightly different composition than normal as well, but most people don't notice it. They mixed in shell casings from World War II into the cents, so it's a slightly different composition, so they call them the shell casing cents. There's a 72S. So they did a little bit of recycling. So that was good. And some say part of that was for propaganda too, because they really didn't think about it. They really didn't take all those copper, shell, and brass and bronze, all the different metals, whatever it was, shell casing from Europe, ship them all the way across the ocean to the mint to have them rolled. They didn't do. I mean, I know they did it with some, but that's a lot of work and a lot of effort. But so part of it was propaganda. There's a 73S we just saw. But there is definitely some of that copper being recycled, and that's in the 44, the 45, and partway through 46. So, but you don't notice it looking at them. I mean, some say in the real high grade ones, they're like slightly lighter in color, and maybe that's the case. Others have said, like on some of the higher grade ones too, you find some traces of other metals in there, like if they didn't properly mix when they melted down the shell casings into the rest of the copper they had. Some people even said they found like traces of gunpowder, which I've never seen any hard evidence of that. It's just stuff you read in different articles written about them, but when they don't provide any evidence of that, it's kind of like, I don't buy it. Because think about it. How can you have gunpowder on the coin after this stuff's been melted, rolled out with all that heat? That gunpowder wouldn't be there. So, not to mention, after the shell's being used and fire off whatever it's fired, that gunpowder's gone, or it's just traces of whatever's left, and it's just not going to happen. So, J.M. Engelhard, aren't you Mr. Engelhard? No, she is not Mr. Engelhard. Not that I know of. Lots of 44s and 45s, absolutely. Landon's got a 07. That's an Indian head cent. Pretty cool. Awesome. We'll go ahead and get that wheat scent out of the way, and we'll go back to this one there. Yeah, we're getting a nice little pile of wheat scents here out of this box. I'm kind of happy with that part of it at least. And remember, we still got some enders. But again, I appreciate you guys all coming in and hanging out and checking out the stream. Got a Roman coin. That's fun. And I do apologize again. I know there's a way too long of a delay in my stream, but doing the best I can with it. Like I said, I just use a laptop for most things, and it's not the newest laptop, and I don't do much computer gaming and stuff like that. If I'm going to play any games, I'm just going to play it on my PS4, and I don't really do it on a computer, so I really don't need a computer that has tons of graphics and capability and all that. But now that I've started streaming on YouTube, I found out that is what you need, and if you don't have that and you just have an old laptop, it really puts a lot of stress on it. So I probably should eventually get something different. There's another wheat scent we just found. If you guys want to play that guessing game again, test yourselves. So maybe I'll go ahead and get that. But the problem with that is yeah, I could go out today. I mean, there's a lot of sales going on. It's getting to be that time of year. I can go out and spend a few $100 and buy a desktop computer and get it all set up right now. But I really don't know exactly what I need. I've had a few people offer to help say what I need, but the problem is I like, if I'm going to do it, I like to sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I go overboard, so it's like, I just know I'm going to end up spending way more than I want to spend on it just for YouTube streaming. I'd rather spend that money on more coins and have more fun, you know? I mean, we're not streaming like high action, 120 frame a second video games here. I'm streaming my hands in some Lincoln scents here. I don't think it has to be that crazy, but I would like to try to get rid of the delay a little bit, because that would be helpful. Because if I ever want to try to do an auction, which I've been thinking about doing, and I know other people have asked me if I should to auction stuff off before, having a 20-30 second delay trying to do a live auction is going to be a little difficult. Even though I'll still try it, it'll just be slower for everybody, but that's fine. Everybody's putting their guess in. Don't use that word. YouTube doesn't allow it. Is he saying the S word, subscribers or subs? That's okay. A lot of people say YouTube doesn't allow it, but look right down, scroll down a little bit under the window. You got this big red button that says subscribe. Well, if it's a red button that says subscribe, you better click that and subscribe to me. Come on, guys. But if it's grayed out and says subscribed, I mean, that's the word YouTube uses. It's not a banned word. We're all allowed to use it. The problem is if you use it a whole bunch over and over and keep saying, hey, sub me, sub, blah, 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 then YouTube doesn't like it, because then they think you're just, that's what the channel's all about, and that's all that the live stream's about. But you are allowed to say that word. That is the word YouTube uses. So, but I understand a lot of streams, they don't like using it. Look, we got two wheat scents right next to each other here. That's crazy. So I got to set those there. But yeah, we'll check out what the date of this one is. 57D right there. And it's got a little bit of almost red color to it. It's still lightly circulated though. But 57D. And we'll go right to the next one. 57D. Yeah, the button doesn't say supporter or supported or whatever, but that's the way it is. So did anybody say 57D? No, you had 56D there, Imperial, almost. We had a 58 there from Pink Floyd. But yeah, now don't say that. Don't interpret that as an invitation for everybody to just start throwing that word around a whole bunch and getting us all in trouble with their computers and their algorithms. Because yeah, I mean, we don't want to, press our luck or anything there, but it's. I know there's a lot of people out there that say, "Oh, it's banned. You can't do that," and they'll delete your comments and stuff. I mean, I don't want to get that crazy about it. I mean, that's the word we use. And I think more so from what I've heard from others, though. And again, I don't know personally. There's another wheat scent. Look at that, 3 in the roll so far. Oh, there's another one, 4 in the roll. We're getting a nice little group here. I think they don't like the word sub. I mean, subscriber, I think, is perfectly fine. And I think that's what I've heard from a lot of other people, but. I don't know, it's just potato at some point, isn't it? But But if you want to subscribe to someone, go subscribe to the Living Room Panner. He's got to get to that 450 today. We got to help him out. Oh, and I just looked and he is at the 450. But if you haven't subscribed to him yet, his link is in my description. He does a giveaway every day, basically. There's always something going on. And he's a good guy. And he was at 440 earlier, and he's been stuck at 440 for way too long. And I'm glad to see we got him up to 450 at least. And let's try to help him out even more. Why not? You guys are all looking for more channels to check out, more free giveaways out there that you can then win and show off on your channel, and maybe even give away yourself to your own subscribers. There's another chance right there. So Living Room Panner is worth checking out. So all right, let's see what this one is, because we got a few to look at. That one there is a 53 Denver. Kachuli got it right on the nose there. And maybe did anybody else? Very good guess. All right. All right, let's go to the next one. So there's that one. Here's the next one in that roll. Yeah, I think it was 4 in that roll we just found. Don't have a large budget. That's fine, Tristan. You can do YouTube without having huge budget, like it says. I mean, I'm just opening up a box of Lincoln Cents right here. I went to the bank and paid $25 for it. And some people can say, "Oh, I don't have $25 to spend." Well, you don't have to. It's not spending. I'm trading $25 for $25. I didn't spend anything technically. I still have the cash right here. I'm only spending. The only thing I'm spending is the ones that I keep. So if you can borrow $25 from someone, then you go cash in the rest. You know, you're only losing or spending what you keep and don't turn back in. So, I mean, there you go. I mean, yeah, I mean, I know it's a lot harder to wrangle up money to search boxes of quarters or halves or things like that, but look, people will watch and you can have a lot of fun just going through a box of cents. So, all right, so we got another one there. Yeah, he's up to 450. Yep. Yeah, keep checking him out, though. He's, like I said, he's a good guy. That one there, I haven't even checked the dates on these. What was that? 58 deep. Awesome. J.M. Engelhardt got it. 58. Awesome. And I'm checking that out there. All right, let's go to the next one, because we got a few in that roll we got to all look at. Let me put that in our big pile, our growing pile of wheat cents here. You're not really even buying a cent box. You're just exchanging money. Yeah, it's like trading a $10 bill for 2 5s, you know? You haven't spent the money until you decide you're keeping it, and then but even then, it's still cash. It's always worth 1 cent. So, does anyone search for quarters and $50? J.M. Engelhardt, yes, they do. And quarters, I mean, yeah, I guess now quarters are the fashionable and fun thing to do because everybody's looking for the West Point quarters that they have in 2019. But even before that, people would search boxes of quarters, and maybe in a box of $500 worth of quarters, they might find 1 silver if they're very lucky. And quarters are just so boring to me. Yeah, there's some things to look for. You look for the Wisconsin high leaf, low leaf varieties, and there's a couple other varieties in the state quarters, but dimes are just about as bad, though. You can go through a bunch of dimes, and maybe you'll find 1 or 2 silvers in a whole box, or maybe you got to search 2 or 3 boxes of dimes, and there's a chance you can find a 96 West Point in there, or the 82 with the no mint mark, but dimes and quarters are just horrible. I don't search those. $50 people like to search because there's a better chance to find silver, but even the big streams that search $50 and make lots of money doing it, they find on average 1 or 2 a box. You know, every now and then a lot of people will get excited because they'll find a box that has 100 silvers in it. But remember, if they're averaging 1 or 2 a box, if you find 101 box, that means you probably had a couple dozen boxes where there were nothing. You know, it's math. But it's a lot of fun to go through. But I like looking through cents and nickels because you can find old stuff a lot easier. And there's a lot of cool varieties and fun stuff that you can really find. Nick, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. All right, let's see what this one under the scope is. That was a 45S. Is it 45S? My light is just horrible right here. Yep, that was me banging the light into my copy stand. Yep, 45S. I thought for a second it might be a 48, just the way it looked there, but 45S is it. And I'm getting all this jumbled together with all these wheat cents, just trying to figure out where the guesses begin and where they end. But I don't see anybody that had it right on there. But it's just for fun anyway. And then we found another wheat cent in that roll. Again, there were 4 in one roll we just found there. I know I found 4 in a roll before, but I haven't done that on a live stream before. So that's kind of exciting. I think we had one whole box where we only had 5 in the whole box. So that's just pretty crazy. So prefer to search dollar bills for star notes and radars and stuff. Yeah, J.M. Engelhardt, I see a lot of people do that, and that's fun, but I just don't get into that. I mean, yeah, for real low serial numbers and stuff, I guess that can be exciting, but I mean, for like things like the radar or repeaters and stuff like that, if you just do the math, which you know I'll do the math, J.M. Engelhardt, 1 out of every 10,000 notes is a repeater anyway, just because of the numbers. So does that mean that note's special or that I should save it? I don't know. I guess if you collect that stuff, that's great, but I don't care. It doesn't excite me. So I just don't do it. I mean, if I get one in change or if I find one, yeah, I save it or I'll take it to the coin club meeting and put it in the auction and try to sell it for an extra $1 or something, because I know there are people that do collect it, but I just don't get very excited over the serial numbers. I don't know. I like currency, and I'll collect the different types, and like especially some of the older stuff, but I just don't get too excited about, oh, wow, that one's got a special serial number. But I know some people really like the numbers, and the different numbers mean things to them, and they're lucky numbers and things like that. And I'm sure you're that way too, J.M. Engelhardt, because I watch you play slot machines, and you have all your superstitions, and you got to do certain things, and you got to have your 8s and 9s, like you just said, and you probably don't like 4s, and there's all the... I know there's all the rules. I know. All right, let's see what that wheat cent was under there, because I know you guys are all guessing. A 49. Cool. At least we're getting some different dates there. All right, we'll go ahead and put that Franklin half right back under there, that 63. Forgot to mention you got a bar note and change. Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that, where like has some history or there's actual something different about the note itself other than just the number they stamped into it. I understand that and I can get excited about it, and it's almost like the people that collect currency just made that stuff up. Like, oh, let's collect repeaters and radars and binaries and stuff. Just because currency is boring and there's nothing else to collect on it, because every dollar bill looks the same as every other dollar bill, they had to make something up as a reason to collect more of them. That's just my thinking on it, but maybe I just don't get it yet. So maybe I'm just too much of a coin collector. But look, I mean, I'm no disrespect. I'm just kind of joking around. But if you really love that stuff, great. I mean, that's what at the end of my videos, I say keep having fun with your collections. It's your collection. If you like it, that's what matters most. So, is that another wheat cent there? Yeah, it is. Cool. There's another wheat cent. We'll check the date of that in just a second. And is that a 72D or an S? That's a 72D. And a 79. But yeah, getting a bar note, the 63B bar note, that's a cool one. I know you too well, J.M. Engelhardt. Yeah, probably. Yeah. But yeah, definitely subscribe to J.M. Engelhardt too if you like watch shows off a lot of the different silver bullion she gets at shows and that she collects, and she wins some of them at shows too, which is always fun, and also does some gambling on the slot machines if you like watching that kind of stuff too. Ooh, a lot of people are saying 53, 54 all of a sudden. Maybe they know something I don't know. I didn't look at the date yet. Giving me a thumbs down. Why? What happened? What did I do? Because I don't like the numbers on currency? Is that what it is? I hope not. Well, if I get a thumbs down, at least tell me why. There's a 2009 Denver, the professional life, and we've found a few of those so far. That's a little bit nicer condition. Something else that we'll save. Jacob Gonzalez Coins, thanks for coming in. Good to see you. All right, let's see what the date of this one was. 39. All right. Cool. That one's got a lot of meat left on it, too. Very, very cool. I know you're not giving me no thumbs down, Beth. Better not be. But thank you. 1939. Awesome. Gotta love that. Alright, so let's keep going through these, see if we find anything else. A 75, a 1990, 82. And someone asked me a while ago, do I go through all the 1982s to see if there's which ones are copper, which ones zinc? And my answer before was no, I'm not going to spend the time weighing each one of them. I just don't think it's worth it, but sometimes I do is the answer. But what I do is in my final count on when I total up how many we found in each box, just to be consistent so the numbers don't change, or that they're not skewed one way or another, I don't count any of the 1982 coppers in our total for coppers. So when I total those up, I'll save them if I have my scale out at the time, and I've seen other people saying, oh, they're saving all their 82s until they have a scale. I saw one of the younger guys say that in a video not too long ago. Well, you don't even have to go buy a scale to weigh an 82. Just take something as simple as like a popsicle stick and balance it. And if you take something like a 1980 cent that you know is copper, put it on one side, and your 82 on the other, if the copper is way heavier, you'll notice it. Even the difference between the 2.5 gram zinc and the 3.1 gram, you'll notice it on a simple balance you can make with just anything laying around. A popsicle stick, a small ruler. You could just do it yourself real quick. We got another wheat cent here. I have not looked at the date of that one yet. It was tail side up, reverse side up. An 8090, a 2016D, 96, 81, 92D. We'll check that for the close AM later. And nothing else I love there. Jacob says that's a nice Benji. Yeah, nice Franklin half. 63 Philadelphia, probably uncirculated. It's pretty flashy either way, and we'll give that away when we're done with the box. Beth says, I don't give a... Yeah, you know what? Beth, even if I go into someone's stream and I really don't like what they're doing or they do something, I never get... I just don't do that either. It's not... not my style. All right, what else we got? Ben Detecting, thanks for coming in. No, I saw that one a while ago, but that's fine. It don't bother me. Nice MacGyver hack for a scale. Exactly. Yeah. It works. Like I said, it just has to be... or if you do it the other way, you just take a date that you know is zinc, and you balance it the other way, and I know that gets a little tedious, and it doesn't work too well if you have hundreds of them you want to weigh. If you got that many you want to weigh, just buy a small cheap scale, and they're not that expensive. Something that weighs to the 100th of a gram is best, at least. But yeah, if you're just really unsure, if you do this enough, you can almost just feel in your hand, or you can almost just tell by the look whether they're the copper or the zincs. But yeah, you can MacGyver, or if you're a younger folk and you only know the Saturday Night Live ones, you can MacGruber it. That might be another wheat cent right here I'm seeing in the corner of my eye. It sure is. But let's check this one here. Oh, wow, that's an old one. 1925. Wow, that's almost 100 years old. I don't think anybody guessed 1925. No. Wow, that's pretty cool. Just weigh them. Yeah, that's exactly so delicious. Absolutely. MacGyver. Very cool. No one said 1925. I'm going to leave that one up there until we got another one here actually, so I'm not going to leave that up there. I don't think that one's a 1925. That's just a hunch, but what do I know? I didn't think that one was a 1925, that's for sure. 2000. This one's just horrible. Well, I'll show that just because I like saving the horrible ones too, just to show you what you get out there. They're not all pretty. Well, there's a 2018 Philadelphia. Like I said, I usually don't get Philadelphias for the first few years that they're out, so 94D, 2017D, 2015, 79D. 87. There's a 70S. We'll save that because it's an S mint. Bunch of new ones there. Got some more guesses here. Can hold the bill in my hand and tell if it's a fancy note or not. There you go. Nah, believe me, we have people do talks on paper money every now and then, and so I learn all the different stuff about it. It's a 56D. So, and Landon, Terry, and Pyrian both said 56 right there. Perfect. Guys are getting good. Actually, I might even have one. Let me check here. Yeah, look at that. For someone that doesn't even like paper money, I got a almost repeater there. 0362, 0361. And yeah, I saved it. Well, actually, this one came in a pack of... someone paid me at a coin show with a pack of 100 $2 bills. So it was $200. And in the pack was that note and also the repeater, the one that was 0362, 0362, and I ended up taking both of them to the coin club meeting because, like I said, I don't really care about them too much, and I don't collect them. So someone ended up paying me like $6, $7, $8 for the one that was a repeater, but then nobody even wanted to give me like $2.50 for the one that was right next to it, you know, which they didn't think was as cool or as fancy, I guess. So I said, heck with it, I'm going to keep it then, and I just had it kind of sitting there. What else do we got in here? 72D with some red color on it. A 17D, 1960D, 82D. Looks like the zinc one. Maybe I'll weigh it later. Maybe not. There's another 70S. There's been two of them in that roll now. And an 84. Maybe we got a doubled ear. You never know. No, we don't. Okay. Beth's busting my chops, I know. She's probably giggling and laughing, too. That's like she does in her streams. All right, what else do we got there? A 1910 wheat roll? Nice. Or 1910 one-year wheat roll hunting. Yeah, that's cool. Always cool to find something, what, about 110 years old? Heck yeah. Don't I have a $500 bill? I do not right now, Jacob. I've had them before. I've had them before. Let's see. What do we got there? That's the 1956D. I wanted to show you this one just because I like looking at the bad and the ugly as well. I don't know why, but I don't know. Just look at that. This one's been through a rough life. That's what happens when you see a cent laying in the parking lot, I think, and you don't pick it up. It gets roughed up until somebody does pick it up. So always pick them up if you see them. I can't even really make out a date on that one. It's probably a good thing. But you know what? I'm saving it. I showed it off under the scope. We'll save it. Why not? Alright, it looks like we're about halfway through this box. Not too bad. And we got a nice little pile of wheat cents here. Like I said, we had 4 of them in one roll. How about that? I did have at one of the recent Long Beach shows a customer come to my table. Well, they'd mentioned it beforehand, and I told them they could bring them to the show and I'd take a look. They had some $1 bills or $1 notes. I mean, you guys that are currency collectors are probably, just like I do with the cent versus penny, if every time I say bill, you're like, no, it's a note. Don't say bill, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, they had a whole bunch of $1 notes from the 60s and 70s, I believe. I don't remember the exact dates of them. But they were like serial number 3, serial number 4, serial number 5, like real low serial numbers. Is it a wheat cent? No, it isn't. It's just a 65. And they were in uncirculated condition, too. So I knew enough about the fancy numbers that people really liked those one digit. And I think they had a pack. It was like a pack of 20. I think it was numbers 20 through 40 or 30 through 50. Just a bunch of real low serial numbers. And they were all uncirculated, so... Anyway, we looked at them and looked up the values on some of them. Ended up just getting them all graded, recommended. So, and so far he's keeping them, but might sell those someday. There's another uncirculated 2019 Denver Lincoln Professional Life. Nice one. We'll save that. I mean, we save them all anyway, just because we keep track of the 2019s. 95D, 17D, 16D, 15, 07 Denver, 88 Philly, 2000 Denver, 16 Denver. What else we got? And Jason found a 1911 wheat cent. Yeah. Marley and T. Yeah. I don't know. I just like looking at the ones that get beat up or just real corroded or just ugly and just, I don't know, just fun to look at. I don't know. Now, believe me, I'm not going to fill an album with them or really build a collection out of them, but so same difference until you say penny around me. Yeah, pretty funny. Low serial. Yeah, it was like, I think from 1969 were most of the notes, or maybe some of them were 63s. Yeah, I think he had numbers 3, 4, and 5, and then 31 through 50, I think, were the other ones. They were all like nice, uncirculated notes. Well, as far as I know about grading notes, but they looked all uncirculated to me. But yeah, I looked online, and if they actually grade out uncirculated, I think a lot of those single-digit notes, they go for several $100s each if you get them in uncirculated grade. Now, J.M. Engelhard, you'd probably rather it be numbers 8 and 9 versus numbers 3 and 4, I'm sure. So you're probably not going to pay a big premium for number 4 or whatever, but you'd pay it for number 8, I'm sure. But so that's the thing with the notes where you collect them based on serial numbers. There's just a lot of people that won't collect certain numbers, even though they're all single digit or all double digit. They just want specific numbers, and they'll not pay for other numbers. So, all right, well, we got everything. What else? We have 1913 you found. Cool. Some nickels. Kittle's kettle overheats when you say the P word. Well, sometimes it triggers me. No, I mean, believe me, when I go to the bank, I don't ask for a box of Lincoln cents. I ask for a box of pennies, just like everybody else. But when I'm here, when I'm at a coin club meeting, when I'm at a coin show, when I'm here on YouTube talking to other coin collectors, I think we should try to use the right words, So, there we go. And like I says, I mean, even Batman agrees with me, so he doesn't like when people use the word penny, not even his best buddy Robin. So, all right, PMG, who grades banknotes, they grade stocks. Yeah, they could pretty much anything paper they'll grade, pretty much, if you pay them enough. This S-Mint, yeah, that's a 73S. We'll add that to our pile of the S-Mints. An 82, a 77D. There's an 83. Maybe we got a double die reverse, huh? No, we don't, of course. One of these days we will, though. I have actually found an 83 double die reverse in a roll before. Not on YouTube or on stream, but that is one of them I found. I have not found the 84 double die obverse, but I found a couple of the 95 double die obverses. Found the 83 DDR. But, so it's possible. I've done it. There's a really nice 69S that I'm sure is not the DDO, because I can tell already just by looking at it, but it's a nice 69S with a little bit of red color peeping out of it. Do I realize that Batman is a fictional character? I mean, that's what you believe, Sindelicious. I don't know. I had Batman ready to go, didn't I? Well, yeah, of course. There's a 2009 Denver Lincoln birthplace, and I had it covered up there. So we got another 2009. That's a different type, though. We haven't found that one yet in this box. But even fictional characters can be smart and get it right. But hey, look, if you guys want to join another channel, they got the one that's going on now that's getting pretty popular. I think just a couple months ago, they only had a couple hundred subscribers, but now they got well over 4,000 subscribers. The Great British Coin Hunt is the channel, and they live stream all the time, and they welcome Americans onto the streams, and they give away a bunch of stuff. And but yeah, you go onto there, you can have all kinds of pennies, and look at a lot of pennies from Great Britain all you want. That's fine, but don't have those in America. All right, mixing it up. Sindelicious mixing up. Got those smileys. Let's go Batman. Is that a wheat cent? No, it isn't. Just a dirty 1990. It fooled me. What is that? 78D, 2018. There's another 2009. This one is the, what is that one called? The presidency one with the Capitol. Another 2009D. So we found the third type there. I think we're only missing the one where he's sitting on the log, the formative years, they call it. There's a 68 Denver. And then we'd have all four of the, they call those the bicentennial cents because it's the bicentennial of the birth of Abe Lincoln. Abe Lincoln was born, we all know, February 12th, 1809. And 2009 was his 200th birthday. And it was also the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent because they came out with the Lincoln cent in 1909 for his 100th birthday. So there you go. The things you learn growing up in the land of Lincoln, Illinois. Are we trying to run you off? No. Of course not. Of course not. No, I love having you guys all here and hanging out. And even if you're not enjoying me on the stream, and put me on mute and chat with each other, that's cool too. As long as we're all hanging out, we're all having fun. Nah, I try to have fun with it. I mean, what's the point of doing this if you're not having fun, right? And I know I enjoy watching everybody else do these streams. And like I said, I got this box, and just looking through the holes, I saw the 2 wheat cent enders and had to pop that open. There's another 2009D Birthplace Lincoln. And then when I opened it up, I just couldn't help myself, so I opened it up just to flip over the rest of the rolls, and there were 2 more wheat cent enders. I'm like, well, gotta open that one up, and I got motivated a little earlier. I'm like, today is the day, let's do it. No, I'm not saying use it or get out. You guys can keep bugging me about it. I'm sure some of you will, but that's fine. And believe me, go to Young Coin Hunter's channel. He's got video of me saying penny on stream by accident. I say it too. It's like, but I try not to. Not when I'm with fellow coin collectors. There's an ugly corroded 95 or 80, 95 Denver. Ooh, we got a Canadian cent, 1979. So our first world coin in the rolls. Just a circulated 79. Got the queen. So we'll save those. They're trying to have some fun with me. Alright, what else are we going to find in these rolls? Hopefully some more goodies. That is an 89. I thought it looked older than that, but it wasn't. This one looks old. It's a 66. Not old enough. There's an 85. 2011. 2013D. Can't even read the date on that one. 84 Denver, I think. $85D. 80 something there. 84D. 67. 2015. 81. 1991. And a 1999 Denver. Getting a little bit of a dry spell after finding 4 of them in one roll. 4 Wheaties in one roll. YOLO. I want to know if they're still here. Young Coin Hunter wants to chat. Lincoln was born in Hodgenville, Kentucky. Is that right? I knew he was born in Kentucky. I didn't remember the city. And then I believe he lived in Indiana for a little bit. And then Illinois. And then eventually Washington, D.C. And as a kid growing up in Illinois, one of our field trips, I can't remember which grade it was, but went down to central Illinois to see where Lincoln had his log cabin. New Salem was the city. They recreated basically the whole village, and you got the people that dress up in the period costumes and pretend like they're really living in 1830 or whatever year they're pretending it is, and that's kind of fun. There's another one of the Lincoln birthplace cents, 2009D. And then a different year, we did the field trip down to Springfield to see Lincoln's home, which is a national park or national, I don't know if it's a national park or just a national historic area, whatever it is, but it's like 2 or 3 city blocks in downtown Springfield, Illinois, where all the homes and the streets and everything are preserved like it was in the mid-1800s. And you got Lincoln's home right there and all the other houses on the street, and you got old wagons and stuff on it, just all preserved, and it's just pretty cool. You get to walk around and tour the house, and then you go to the Capitol, and then you can see where Lincoln was, his grave site, his tomb. There's a statue right on the back side of or just outside the back of the Illinois Capitol building. It was done by Andrew O'Connor, actually, and if you see my avatar I use for my YouTube channel, it's the 1918 Illinois Centennial $50, and that was also designed by Andrew O'Connor, and it's the same basically design of or portrait of Lincoln that he used in the statue as he did on that coin. So if you're a coin collector and you know that coin, when you go to Springfield and you see that statue, you know right away. It's like, hey, that's the Lincoln they call it the Lincoln $50, but it's really, the name of it is the Illinois Centennial half, but everybody just calls it the Lincoln commemorative. The finalists get picked today for the OG 22 giveaway. I picked mine. I told everybody you had to do it. You had to get in on my video by midnight, my time last night, and I picked my winner at about 5 in the morning. So if you got in, there's some stuff in that roll. We'll put that to the side. So even if you got in a couple hours late, you were in on mine at least. But all the channels did them on their own, and then we emailed the winners to JW, and we'll be releasing our winning video, or the video of how we selected our finalists after he does the show. So by the time we release our video showing our picks, you'll already know and you'll already have seen who won. But it's so that people are surprised. There's another wheat cent. I kind of saw the date, but I didn't. So I saw the last number of the date. So yeah, I mean, I know who my finalist is, and I'll spoiler alert everybody, the finalist that I picked is actually in the chat. So one of you guys is my finalist for the JW's Coins and Hobbies. So that's all I'm saying, though. I'm not going to tell you which one of you. So somebody in here has already won something, because all the finalists are getting something. But even if you didn't get in on all those giveaway or all the channels, and even if you're not picked as a finalist, there's going to be a lot of in-stream giveaways, so you want to check that out. Hey, we found the 4th design, 2009D Lincoln formative years, where he's sitting on the log. And this is another one I'll check later under the microscope to see if it's got that extra finger that everybody raves about on that, one of the double dies. Usually I just can't see it too well, or there's a couple different varieties of it where sometimes it's just you think you see it, but it's just a reflection or just a lighting. It's tough. And we got another wheat cent here too. Wow. Nobody wanting to guess on that one. Delicious guessed. I'll give you guys a chance. Anybody else? Disney Princess, thanks for coming in. Hi from England. Cool. We're just looking at some Lincoln cents. Just got these rolls from a bank this week, and just going through to see what we find. And we found a 1925, a 1929, a 39, and a bunch of them from the 40s and 50s so far. So it was a pretty good mix. 54S. We'll give you a couple more seconds if anybody else wants to try to guess what date we got under the scope. Right here next to each other are two 1961Ds. That's kind of fun. Not saving them, though. Yeah, I think we met Disney Princess over in the Great British Coin Hunt channel, so that's a fun one to check out if you guys like looking at British coins. And they talk about American stuff, too, every now and then. But, yeah, it's just funny when you talk to them in their channels or British collectors. When they go through their rolls and stuff, or if they go through stuff at the banks, the oldest stuff they find, I think, is 1971, because they went from the system where it was the pence and the shillings and all that to the decimal system. So they changed all of their coinage, so you just don't find old stuff. You can't. So it makes roll hunting less fun, in my opinion. I mean, you find different stuff. They have different, like, circulating commemoratives. Oh, look at that, another 1929. 90-year-old cent right out of the roll. Gotta love that. So yeah, they find different stuff, and they have like, but it's just you don't find old stuff is the thing. It's just a difference. And I think the same thing happens in Australia because at about the same time they changed the whole system. So like when you watch Richo's Finding Treasure, or Richo's Hunting Treasure, sorry, I mixed that up with Rob Finds Treasure. But Richo's Hunting Treasure, they just don't find really old stuff either. All right, so we got a 1929. That's the second 1929 we got. And there's the other wheat cent we found here in that roll. And let me grab another roll. All right, what else did I just miss here? I missed something else in the comment. Well, there's only 35 in chat, and I believe you had over 150 comments, so pretty good. Yeah, you never know, Josh. I guess it's not that. But I just know I saw the person's name in here, and so my finalist is definitely here. So at least one of you has got a prize in JW's stream tomorrow for sure. So. All right, let's see if we get anything else in this roll. There's a 69D, a 72. I'll check the 1972 Philadelphia coins real quick. See if they have any of the major double die varieties, because those are really good, but that one was not. Now there are some minor double die varieties that I just don't know and I would miss even if I looked at it, that maybe somebody else will find someday if that was it, but I just don't look for every variety that exists because I don't know them, and for me to pull up all the different websites or to get out all the books to see if I have those ones would just take much more time, and I wouldn't be able to look at as many coins. And those very minor varieties, especially in lower grades like these are here, the circulated ones, just aren't worth anything, or they're worth very little. There's not much payoff to spend that time looking, unless you're trying to collect that for yourself, which that's fine. All right, we had a couple more guesses there. Let's see what date this was. I didn't look either. 57D. And I think Christopher W. said 57D. Very cool. It did look like a lot newer one than that last one that was the 29, that's for sure. Found a 1910 Honduras. Oh, wow. Oh, a 2 cent over a 1 cent. Yeah, I haven't heard of that one. That sounds pretty interesting. Wow. Beth, I think you smashed the keyboard there. Oh, that was Beth's cat. Okay. Well, hello, Beth's cat. Isn't that funny? Cats just like keyboards for some reason. I guess wherever you put your hands, they just want to get in the way no matter what it is. So we'd already looked at all those. They just like getting in the way. Isn't that the truth? Well, I hope I already looked at those. I think I did. Otherwise, I just dumped a roll I didn't look at. I get distracted. But he knows where the enter button is. Yeah, they find it. My sister sends me text messages every now and then when she's trying to work and just says, can't work right now, and then it's the cat laying right on her laptop or something. I'm like, well, yeah, just move your cat. But it doesn't work that way, I guess. There's a 62 Denver. This row looks like a lot more newer ones, but other than that 62, there's an older one there. And I just say that, and I see another wheat cent here. Yeah, there's a lot of wheat cents in this box, or at least a lot, more than I usually find. So I know some of you guys have posted some videos of just some crazy numbers of wheat cents that you guys find sometimes. But I figure it was a good sign when, like I said, in the box, four of the rolls had wheat cents on the ends. So when you just do the numbers, there's a 1 in 1 in 25 chance of the coin being on the end of the roll, because there's 50 coins in a roll and there's 2 ends. So if you got 4 on the ends, you're probably going to find quite a few more in the box just based on the odds. Not guaranteed, but found your first Indian head the other day. Indian head cent instead of penny, it should say, but that's cool, Josh. 1895, nice. Did you find that in rolls? Yeah, and especially if you can see some of the detail, the letters of Liberty. Very cool. Which is the most valuable cent to look out for? Well, I mean, the key date for the Lincoln cent series is the 1909 SVDB, and Cutie Cat knows that one because she won one on our channel not too long ago. Lucky she was. But to find one of those enrolled would be very rare. There are more valuable ones, like certain varieties. Like in 1943, during World War II, we made our cents out of steel. They were zinc-plated steel. But there are a few of them that were actually that were made out of copper by accident. So if you can find one of those 1943 copper cents, some of them go for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And there's only one of them that's known from the Denver Mint, a 43D copper, and that last traded at $1.7 million, I believe. So there are a couple rare ones that you could possibly find in a roll. But ones that you could more commonly find, there was a guy on YouTube, Mitchell Spencer, earlier this year, found a 1969 S double die obverse, sent it in to get graded. I believe it graded MS62 red-brown, so it's 62 points out of a possible 70, so 70 would be a perfect coin. And he ended up selling that at an auction at the World's Fair of Money show in August and got $24,000 for it. So found it in a roll, cost him 1 cent, sold it at auction, $24,000 for a coin minted 50 years ago. So not too bad. Oh yeah, we got a wheat cent under there. What was the date of this one? Another 57D. Okay, we'll push that out of the way. Get that 63 back under there. And let me catch up on chat a little bit. Yeah, 55, it's not 55S double die, it's just a 1955 Philadelphia double die obverse. Real strong doubling. Even in circulated grades, those are $750 to $1,000. You can find one of those possibly. 72 double dies, yeah, those are a couple $100 if you find them. There's a lot of cool stuff you can find. A regular 43 or a 43S copper would be good. And likewise, 1944, they switched back to copper from steel. There are some 1944 steel cents that go for tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. So that's why searching Lincoln cents is fun, because they only cost us, a cent each, and there's actual stuff you can find. It is possible. Now, of course, the ones that are thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars, the chances of finding those are almost zero. But as Mr. Lloyd Christmas said in that movie Dumb and Dumber, so you're telling me there's a chance, right? 1 in a million. Very, very good. There's a lot of copper in this roll. There's a 75D, an 81. There's a real beat up 81D. But a lot of just boring new ones that we're not going to take a look at. And you know what? I think I set another wheat cent here. Did we look at this one yet? I think we did. That's just another 57D. And if we didn't look at that one, maybe I messed up, but it was another 57D. Gotta hurry to the other side to get some Xanax until Monday, huh? Okay. There's an 82D small. Yeah, there's a couple varieties that are possible. I mean, I don't know how much those would be worth, Marley and T. I mean, just depends on... Really, I mean, there's two... Just like any collectible, it's about two things. It's rarity and demand. It's supply and demand, just like simple economics. So something like the 82D small date, if it's made of copper instead of zinc, yeah, that'd be scarce, it'd be rare, but the number of collectors that really, really want that and have to have that in their collection is relatively low, because most collectors don't even know about that one. But something as popular as a 43D copper, or even the 09 SVDB Lincoln cent, which is the biggest key date in all of coin collecting, or, just stuff like that. Every collector has at least heard of those, or you can quickly look those up. And even if they're more common than some of the other varieties, they're just worth so much more because demand is so much higher. So, Found a 55 DDO when he was a kid. That's awesome. AU58, yeah. Those are great coins. Absolutely. I had one that was I think I had an AU58 a couple of years ago. And I bought it at this show and then I sold it real quick. But they're fun to look at. Absolutely. There's a 79D, a 16D, 2017D, 2019D, 85, 78D, 94D, 87D, 2017D. Come on, let's find some more good stuff. I'm getting spoiled with all these wheat cents, though. What else can we find? There's an 83. Maybe we have the double die reverse once again. No, we don't. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, sending that to PCGS is a good idea. Especially, you know, that sounds like something you guys are keeping for a while, but it's just nice to have protected, not only from you guys always wanting to pull it out and look at it, and you know it's going to be safer in that holder, but just it preserves it and it tells you exactly what you have and tells everyone else exactly what you have if you eventually pass that down through the family or whatever. There's another wheat cent. And I cheated and I did see the date of that one, but that's okay. I guess I'm not typing in my guesses, so. All right, and not much else in that roll, unfortunately. We are down to 16 rolls left, and we know that 4 of those rolls have wheat cent enders, which is cool. 09 SVDB is bigger than the 77 Indian. Well, they're actually the same size, Sindelicious. They're same diameter and same way. No, I'm just kidding. I know what you mean. The 77 is much, much, much more rare. The mintages are not that different. I think the mintage of the 77 is actually higher. I think, just going from memory, maybe 800,000 on the 1877 Indian cent. But even when you compare to the 1909 S Indian cent, that's a mintage of only 309,000. But the 1877 is worth way more than the 09 S Indian or the SVDB because not many people saved it. So the number that are out there, especially in nice collectible grades, is very low. Now, the 1909 SVDB, even though so many of them were saved, and remember, the VDB Philadelphia or San Francisco were only out for a few days before they switched over to get the initials off there. So people knew right from the start it was going to be a collectible variety. So people saved dozens and dozens and rolls and rolls. People saved tons of them. That's why you have so many nice ones today. But the demand of the 1909 SVDB is so high that the values are high. There's another wheat cent. So when you... Like, for example, if you go to any major coin show, the Baltimore show going on right now, you go to the next Long Beach show, if you need an MS65 red 1909 SVDB that's worth $5,000 to $7,000, I guarantee you there's one at the show somewhere. And probably several at the show, whether they're in the auction or just at some dealer's table. But if you need a real nice mint state red 1877, chances of finding that are much, much, much harder. Or even like if you just need a nice red of even other dates of Lincoln cents, they're harder to find. But there are a lot of 09 SVDBs out there, but the demand is there too. So like I said, it's two things. You need the supply and demand. There's another wheat cent. There's 2 in the roll right there. So I guess we'll figure out what this one is. I already saw it. It's a 58 Denver. So there we go. I didn't see anybody guess 58. I saw a couple 56s guessed. And we'll go right into the next one here. I did not see the dates of either of these two, so I can't give you any hints. Alright, what else we got here? Bunch of 2016s, 2015s, all Denver mint, of course. 99D, 15D. 2017D. What date was that? There's another wheat cent. I did see the date of that one. 2017D, 99D, 14D, 14D, 11, 13, 07, and a 1994 Denver. And yeah, we did see that. It's kind of fun. We're finding a lot of wheat cents though, and that one is a 58D. we'll go right to the next one. Yep, I already looked at those. Anybody tell me how nick a date affects a coin's value? Well, it affects it negatively. Well, oh, you wanted more than that? Okay. I would only nick a date a nickel, buffalo nickel, if you absolutely don't know the date of or mint mark, and you know it's not the 1916 double die variety. Now, even on a dateless buffalo nickel, there are ways you can identify the 1916 double die obverse, because you can look at the feathers and different parts that aren't wore down. But if you know it's none of that, you know, a dateless buffalo nickel is only worth so much, so you're not really going to destroy much value. Now, if it ends up being a better date, it's probably only going to be worth 10% of what it would have been if you didn't nick a date it. But if it's a $100 coin and you nick a date and you have a nick a dated example that's still worth 10, 15 bucks, that's way better than a dateless buffalo. But there are some collectors that'll buy that just as a whole filler because they can't afford the $100 coin. But they look ugly and a lot of people don't want them. But you just got to have that one or two collectors that needs it. I guess that's it. But really, you just end up ruining a lot of dateless buffalo nickels. But that one there is a 45 out of San Francisco, 45S. Very cool. And we got another one there still to check. Did we have anybody say 45S? I didn't see that one. I thought I saw someone say, yeah, Roy always says 44. I know that. So that was that one there. And what else are we missing here in the chat? But yeah, I mean, if you have a bunch of dateless ones, it's fun to be able to see if you can come up with the dates. But then you have the idea, Marley and T, is like, okay, so you got this date, even if it's a little bit better date, but it's got this really ugly spot where you just nick-a-dated it. Then the real choice is, do you nick-a-date the whole coin just to make it match? So the whole thing is slightly acid treated? Or do you just leave it, the rest of the coin natural, and then have like a big dark ugly spot where you can kind of see the date? I don't know. And the problem is unless you do it all at once, the coin just doesn't look even. So if you nick-a-date the date and mint mark area, find out it's something better, and then you later want the coin to look about the same and nick-a-date the rest of it, you'll still be able to see where you did it the first time. So it's like you kind of got to do it all at once, or you end up with a coin with a big weird spot that reveals a date there. So there's another wheat cent. Cool. Let's see what the date of this one was real quick. 53 San Francisco, it looks like. Got my lighting pretty poor there. Yep, that's San Francisco. And we'll go right into the next one, and I'll see if anybody got that one. 53S. I don't think anyone guessed that. I don't know. I'm getting them all jumbled up. We're just finding too many wheat cents. So, just way too many of them. Which is good. It's better than not finding them. That's for sure. So there's a 66, a 73D, a 68D. I haven't been finding lots of San Francisco cents, though, that's for sure. Usually I find about 20 a box on average, it seems like. Yeah, maybe 15 to 20. And it looks like we got maybe about 5 or 6 so far. That is a wheat cent, I believe. It's so corroded and ugly. But it is a wheat cent. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get a date off this. I'm looking at it with my loop right now. I mean, this is going to be tough. Wow. It's probably a 1909 SVDB, but I'll never be able to tell. I mean, that's at least what I like to imagine. Wow, that's bad. But we'll show that one in just a second. Okay, we'll show it like right after I flip this over and see what this one is. A 1944. Roy, did you guess this time? Did Roy guess, or is he sleeping? Roy, this was your chance. Oh, he did. 44. Perfect. You finally got it. But let's take a look at this one. I'm going to bring this one up full screen. Look at this bad boy. And by bad, I mean bad. I'm going to move the light around a little bit. Nope, that's me hitting my copy stand again with my metal light. That one looks like that was in water or underground or something for a while there. I mean, I don't begin to know exactly the chemistry or how exactly that happened, but that is pretty bad. Look at the obverse. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know if that's possible to make out a date of that one. That one is just toasted, huh? You know me, my eyes want to see a 1909 there, but I just don't think it's going to happen to be able to pull a date off that. And you can't nick a date a cent, that's for sure. Left in a Coca-Cola, maybe. That's unfortunate, but it is another wheat scent that we found. So unfortunately, won't probably ever know the date of that one. What's the oldest you ever found on the ground? I don't know. There's another wheat scent though. We'll check that out in a second. There's a 72 that might be a double dye. You never know. No, it's not. Yeah, that one was just horrible, wasn't it? I don't think you can get a date off that one. And the thing is, it's like I've said to others, or like when people show off varieties, or they say, oh, this looks like it's a letter from here or something. There's another wheat scent. You're just the way your eyes work. You want to see patterns. I mean, that's the way the human eye works. So the longer you look at it, the more you're going to start talking yourself into, well, oh, that looks like a 2, or that might be a 3 there. And I mean, if you don't see it right away, it's not really there. I mean, that's the way. I mean, yeah, I guess you could really match it up with photos and stuff like that, but I don't think we're getting it. Used on a battery back in the day, yeah, or maybe someone stuck it in a fuse box, because I've heard people did that with scents before. Let's look at this one first, because we like to look at the ugly ones. That's what happens to zinc coins. They just get ugly and corroded. That's a 2010 right there, believe it or not. So that's why we don't like zinc. Look at that's a bad looking shield scent, isn't it? And not the good bad, the bad bad. All right, but here's a little bit of a roughed up wheat scent, just a tad, but we'll save that other beat up one there. Let's get that straightened out there, and we'll get into another roll. What are we saying here? Any idea? That one's about the Kookaburra. What about the Kookaburra? I must have missed that. Yuck, Young Coin Hunter says. And right away we got another wheat scent, and I see a wheat scent here. And let's just kind of pick through here. We're finding several here. That is not a wheat scent. I thought it was. Okay, we got a couple more there at least. Yeah, check out Living Room Panner if you haven't done. Just really appreciate you got helping him out and get him some more subscribers. He does constant giveaways on his channel if you like trying to win free coins. So let's see what the date of this one is. I don't think I saw the date of this one. 57D. So there's that one. Let's go into another one because we got 3 more sitting here on standby already. And again, I apologize if I'm not seeing everything you guys are saying in chat. I always try to keep up. There's a 73S, so there's another San Francisco. The 62D, 2016 D, 17D, 13D. And when I say 17D and 16D and 14D, obviously I mean 2016 and 2000. Even though you got to be careful with Lincoln scents because they've been around over 100 years. I remember when 2009 finally rolled around and I started looking on message boards about coins, and they're like, oh my gosh, I found an 09 and change. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, a 1909, that's awesome. And you open it up and it's one of these with the log cabin on the back. And it's like, oh, come on, you can't say 09 anymore. It ruined it, and especially for someone like me that really likes the 1909 Lincoln scents. But I think we all know that that means if I'm saying 14D, I'm not finding a 1914D. At least if I did find it, I would be a lot more excited about it. I hope you guys all know that. Okay, let's see what else is in this roll. Bunch of 2000s Denver coins. 16, 18, 1982D, a 14D, as in 2014D, a 1968, and a 97D. Kittle, how many rolls left? There are 13 rolls left, Mullins. Only 13 to go. What was that last one I just saw here? That was a 61D. Okay. Or sorry, 69D. And the one under the scope is a 1956 Philadelphia. Wow, usually we get the Denvers. But there we go. You almost had it, Mullins. And there's another wheat cent. And I did not see the date on these, and if I did see the date, I just don't remember. Remember when the Lincoln Memorial came in, was living in Hawaii at the time, and was level 8? Nice. Yeah, I saved the 1959 still, just because they're first year memorial. Even though they're not really worth anything extra, but I save them. Alright, maybe we got some more Wheaties in this roll. Let's see. There's a 71, an 80, a 74 Denver, 75, 91. And that was my phone buzzing, but I was actually muted it this time. Usually I don't do that until it makes a big noise during the stream. 74, is that an S? Nope, it's a D. Will Roy be right again? And there's another 44 in here. Let's see what this one was. 45S. And it's got some wear on it, but that's a 45S still. There's another one. I don't think someone said 45 now. I saw 44D guessed. Used to have like 30 wheat cents, but I lost them. Now I have 79. That's the thing about wheat cents. You just do enough roll searching, you'll find them. I mean, I guess a part of it depends on where you're at, but I mean, if it's circulated coins, even if you just get customer wrapped rolls and they're not the bank wrapped, I mean, there's a lot of wheat cents. There was a lot of wheat cents made, and there's a lot of them that you can still find. Now, at least the banks I use here in Southern California, the problem is they get so many rolls of new cents. So to get boxes of circulated, I usually got to order a bunch of boxes, and 3/4 of them are going to be brand new almost always. There's an okay looking 71S. But luckily, I got a guy that uses a lot of coins in his business, and anytime I get the boxes of the new ones, he's glad to take them off my hands. So, and sometimes he even trades me when he gets boxes where you can tell it's a bunch of circulated stuff. He'll trade me, so that helps out a little bit. Down to the last 12 rolls. Hey there, Lincoln Central. Good to see ya. This one was a 57D. Christopher W. I saw he got that right on the head. And very good. Down to 12 rolls to go. And let's see what else we got here. Hold on, what am I looking at? Got 34 people in here. Wow, that's awesome. Really appreciate it, guys. I'm having trouble with this roll. It's like it's stuck on both sides right now. There we go. Alright, what are we going to have in here? Let me get that out of the way. 1990 Denver, a 2006 Denver, a 15 Denver. And anytime I completely stop and go silent, usually I'm just looking over at the chat. So, but yeah, definitely feel free to make friends with each other again. There's a Lincoln Professional Life 2009 Denver, so we got another 09 there, as in 2009, not 1909. Have not found one of those in a long time. There's another wheat cent we'll check out. Oh, I got nothing under the scope, but let's put that under there. There's another one there. Okay, there's another wheat cent right there that I just peeked out the date on that one. which is okay. The 74D with a lot of red color, but not enough to get too excited about. There's a 74S. We will save that and add that to our count for our recap video. If you're not familiar with how I do it and you haven't watched the ones that I've done before, well, there's a 73S. I search this box live. We all have fun. We'll do a giveaway at the end. But then within the next, let's say, week or so, I'll then go through these again, sort out the coppers. You know, maybe I'll find a couple more S-mints that I missed, maybe even a Wheatie that I missed, okay? And then I total up the numbers, and then I'll print them out on a sheet, and we'll do a quick, 5 to 10 minute recap video where I just show everybody the finds and the numbers. So we'll get that recap. We'll know the exact numbers, and we can keep track of those from box to box to see what we find. And I just think it'd be fun if we do I try to do about a box a month here on YouTube, and then maybe after several years we'll start seeing, wow, we're just seeing less and less copper in each box as time goes on. Or maybe, look, we're just not finding Wheaties anymore. Look, now all of a sudden Mike's finding a lot more 2017 Philadelphias. They're finally making it out to LA. And I don't know, I just think if we're going to do it, we might as well total it up and do some numbers to it and see if that ever turns into anything. What is the date? I covered up my screen there, so I can't even see the date of it. But you all see it. 58D. Okay, pretty cool. And I will go here and show you this next one that's got something stuck to it. Something I probably don't even want to be touching, but that's okay. Hey there, Joe Durbin. Thanks for coming in. Try not to clean up the prizes tomorrow, Cutie. Well, yeah, we all agreed. I mean, I don't know if Cutie Cat learned or not, but Cutie Cat is banned from all future multi-channel giveaways. She has won her quota. She's won her cap. She cannot win anymore. So we were told if we picked her as a finalist, we have to do the redraw. So she's won enough. Absolutely just kidding, Cutie Cat. I hope you actually win a whole bunch. I hope you get selected as a double finalist again. I think that would be great. But no, I've already picked my finalist and sent that to JW. And like I said, the person is in the room right now. I know that for a fact because I just saw that person type recently. So stay tuned, and you will have to watch JW's stream tomorrow, where he'll be giving out tons of prizes to all the finalists that each channel picked. Plus, there'll be, I think there were 6-7 different channels that donated just for in-stream giveaways. So I know there's a bunch of in-stream only giveaways. So even if you didn't get in on any of the comment videos, even if this is the very first time you're even hearing who JW's Coins and Hobbies is, you still have a chance to win a bunch of stuff. So there's just another really ugly beat-up scent. I won't even show it under the scope, but I'll set it aside anyway. Maybe that'll make the recap video. It's a 64D of 2015D, 2017D. Let's see what this wheat scent was. It looks like it's got some paper stuck to it or something. 52S. Who said 52S? Anybody? Christopher W. did. He's cheating. He must be seeing them when I'm pulling them out of rolls. No, I know it's not. Just a good guess. Awesome. Very, very good. Sorry, it made Cutie Cat cry. Oh, no. I saw you say LOL right after that. So, but yeah, here again is the Ben Franklin 1963 uncirculated half that we're going to be giving away in about 10 rolls. So get ready for that. I don't even know how I'm going to give it away yet. I'll probably do like I usually do, where I'll type something in the chat. You only get to type one time. Don't type more than once. There's a Lincoln birthplace, another 2009D. All the 2009s we found have been Denver mint, by the way. Kind of typical. So you only get to type one. There's another wheat scent. One per person you type, and you just type exactly what I type. So if you're the first one to type it in, you might win. If you're the 10th person to type it in, you might win. As long as you're one of the first, depends on which dice I use, the 12-sided or the 20-sided. As long as you're one of the first 12 or 20, I'll probably use the 20-sided. We got enough people in the room. You have a chance to win as long as you typed what I type. So I think we'll do it that way. But what I'll do is I'll say we're getting ready to do that, and I'll just keep stalling and talking for at least 30, 45 seconds to give you guys all plenty of time to let the delay catch up. Make sure you're watching live and get ready to type on those keyboards or on your cell phones. And then so there'll be plenty of time. Is that a wheat scent there? Nope. So there'll be plenty of time for that. And I won't say the word at all in aloud. I'll type it in the chat so everybody has a good chance to see it at the same time, because I try to make it as fair as possible. So here's that other wheat cent we just found in the last roll. See, to me that looks older. I didn't see the date of it yet, but it just kind of has an older look to it. But I've been wrong before. What else? Oldest silver coin is 1755. Wow, that sounds cool. I know that's not a U.S. coin, that's for sure. Alright, what else am I missing in the chat? Yeah, thanks for running that link for Living Room Panner. I know we got him over that 450 mark, which is pretty awesome, and I know he's going to be real excited about that. I just looked right now, he's up to 453. Certainly there's at least 2 more people in here right now that can push him over that 455 mark. Like I said, Living Room Panner's a friend, and it does... What I'm trying to do is every time we do a stream, like I said, a lot of help in this coin community got me up to whatever I'm at, 1,600 some subscribers. And I think if we just pick one person, I'm stealing this idea 100% from the Coins from Amateurs. They've been picking a channel each stream to kind of focus on trying to help out. There's a 74S with some red color, and there's a 70S. So we're finding some San Franciscos. If we all just kind of take a look and try to help each other out, I mean, we can all grow. So, and there's a 69S. So we're finding a lot of S mints in this roll, which is cool. And a 74 Denver. So yeah, I just was watching one of the Living Room Panner's videos earlier, talking about his giveaways. I submitted my guess for the giveaway. Most of the things you got to do by email from his, so it's not as easy as just leaving a comment, but sending an email is not too hard, especially once you know his email address. There's a 73S, so we're finding a lot of S mints in this roll, like I said. But I saw him talking in his video, and I've noticed he talked about it in one of his earlier videos. He's just been stuck at 440 subscribers for way too long. And you can go back and look at his history on some of the sites, and yeah, he'll gain a subscriber, and then he'll lose one. And he'll gain 2, and then he'll lose 2. For some reason, he just was kind of stuck in a rut there. So I'm like, you know what? Let's start doing what the Coins for Amateurs do, you know, and try to help the guy out, because it's fun. And we got him up over 450, and we're getting close to 455, so it's a beautiful thing. And who knows, maybe we'll pick your channel on the next stream. You never know. And I'm having trouble with this roll. We are down to 9 rolls left, for those of you keeping track. And this one's just going to go everywhere because I messed it up. That's okay. Make sure I got them all out of there. Perfect. And what did I just miss in the chat? Oh, I forgot about this coin under here. Roy's guessing 44. Is it a 44? It's a 46S. It looked older than that to me for some reason. I don't know, but it's a 46S. Yeah, we'll put that one back under there. I always got to like to have something under that scope. There's a 67, a 77D, 84D, 85D, 96. Never ceases to amaze me when great channels don't gain subs. Yeah, it's just, well, you know how it is, but I mean, you got to work at it. I mean, it's like, it just doesn't happen automatically. And, I mean, think about it. We got a group, what was it, a couple months ago, we got a group of 25 channels to give away a 1909 SVDB. And it just blew my mind how many channels didn't, like, subscribe to all of us and get in on it, you know? I mean, we had a couple big channels involved where you looked at their comment videos and they had over 1,000 comments on their video. And in that video, it tells them, go check out the other channels for a chance to win. And then you have other people in that same giveaway. They only had like 150 or 200 comments. So you know that most of the people didn't go check out all the channels. It's like there's a chance to win a coin worth $1,000. You just have to leave a comment. It's not that hard. Just blew my mind. So it's like there's 2 more wheat cents that we got there. So yeah, I mean it's tough. It's just not that easy, and you would think it's easy, but I mean it should be. But yeah, I mean, and for the channels that don't do lots of giveaways and stuff like that, it can be even harder. I know, and you don't want to just give away too much and basically just, for lack of a better way to put it, just buy your subscribers. You want to have a lot of fun doing it, but So I'll put a couple more wheat cents under there that we just found. That one's got a couple little scratches, it looks like. I think just take the change, search. Oh, the coin checkouts. Yeah, I was at my grocery store not too long ago. I can't remember if I looked through all these. I think I did look through all these. They're looking familiar. And I noticed the Coinstar had a bunch of change in it, and it ended up being like 85 cents worth of just beat up change, but nothing exciting. But hey, I'll take an extra 85 cents just on the way out of the grocery store. Not gonna get upset about that at all. Down to 8 rolls. But it's also kind of funny too, you guys, like you were mentioning, you're surprised about people not subscribing, or it's so hard to get people to do it sometimes. I mean, sometimes when I do some of these videos, like for the coin seminar weekend, or you start up a different giveaway, and you know, when people's subscribers are on public, you get messages saying, hey, so-and-so subscribed to you. And it's like I got one just the other day, and I won't name any names. It's like, I couldn't believe it's like, you haven't subscribed to me yet. But then you start remembering, maybe they were subscribed and it just got taken away, or maybe there's something happened. There's a 68S. We'll save that. But it's like, no way they weren't subscribed to me already. It's just weird. And you don't want to start getting mad at that person. It's like, what? I've been following you. And it was someone, I'm actually a moderator on their channel. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You weren't even subscribed to me, and I do all this extra help for you and stuff. But it's like, I mean, you can't get mad at them because maybe they were subscribed, and it's hard to tell. Or the other thing that could happen is maybe they're just on their phone and they're playing, you know, they had the fat thumb for a second and they accidentally hit unsubscribe and then had to hit resubscribe right away, and then you get the message saying so-and-so just subscribed. So there's always another explanation of what could have happened. So you can't all of a sudden get upset at people. Yeah, somebody was mentioning, I'm just kind of skimming through chat and maybe picking up some of the stuff you guys are saying. That one there's a 56D. I got another wheat cent. Someone was saying they were shopping somewhere. They got a mercury diamond change, which is just blew my mind. And the first thing I say is, did you ask for more change? It's like, if you ever go somewhere, and they said they really didn't, but just remember, if you're ever somewhere and you get like some really cool coin and change, whether you get a war nickel or a silver dime or a silver quarter, anything like that, the first thing you do is pull out a dollar bill and say, oh, by the way, can you make some more change for me? And just try to get everything out of that drawer you can, because chances are where there's one, there might be more. So, absolutely. It would kill me to get something like that and change and not know what the heck else was in that drawer. You know what I mean? It would just tear me up if I didn't see everything in that drawer. Yeah, Lincoln says they unsubscribes on their own. Yeah, it does happen. And I've seen it just based on other channels that I know with certainty I've been subscribed to, and then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, it's not. So, what else do we got here? Someone supported me, and just a few days ago, they supported you. Yeah, so it happens. I mean, it's just weird. And you don't know if it's them doing it for some reason or if it's accidental. There's another wheat cent there. And again, we still got 4 rolls at the end. We're almost to the end, and that have the wheat cent ends on them. So we know we're getting 4 more. At least. Let's see. Got a Merc Diamond change. Well, Lincoln, did you ask for the rest of whatever was in the drawer? Exactly. I'd be trying anything I could do to say, oh, can you make all the change? And if they won't make change, then I'll buy another of whatever the heck I just got. Or I'll buy the cheapest thing on the menu, or whatever it is if it's a food place, and say, give me some more of that change. I want to know what's in that drawer. But usually if the place isn't busy, they'll just let you look or look through them and say, hey, I'm a coin collector, or if you feel weird about that, you say, oh, my kid's a coin collector or something like that. Then people are all of a sudden more friendly. But let's see what this coin is. 58D. And we got another wheat cent here. Someone who got a 1918 Standing Liberty quarter and change. Wow, that's awesome. I got a Standing Liberty quarter one time in change, but it was like a dateless one, just kind of almost slick. And it was like, I mean, I was still real excited about that. Just because it's, you know, a couple dollars of silver or whatever it was at the time. And, I mean, heck, it's a Standing Liberty quarter. I mean, I'll take it. But yeah, I was kind of surprised by it. Roy found a Merc dime in front of a Coinstar. That's pretty cool. Okay, that was a 71D. We are down to 6 rolls left. I messed up that roll. Let's see what we can find here. Flip these around a bit. Any wheat cents? We're getting to, there's a 74S I see. Is that an S? Yes, it is. Still awesomeness. Heck yeah, it is. Roy. Use your 4-year-old. Checks the read. Yeah, that's got to be fun. There's a Lincoln Professional Life that's really ugly looking, 2009D. There's a really nice 1982 that I'm almost positive is a copper. Just nice uncirculated one. Maybe I'll weigh that up later. Maybe not. 1980, a 76. A 75, it looks like. 19D. 2000D, 75. There's another wheat cent. And this one is 68D. I thought it might have been an S, that's why I was checking. 48. Found a V nickel on the ground. That's cool. Hey Victoria, how you doing? I don't think I said hi to you yet. Let's see what this one under the scope is. Another 58D. And again, we'll be giving away this 1963 Franklin pretty soon here. So we get through these last few rolls. There's another wheat cent. Now I got 2 more wheat cents sitting here. I gotta show those off. I keep forgetting the wheat cents. If anyone's even still playing the guessing game, I see a couple people still guessing the numbers for fun, but 2017D, 91, 2016, 1992. We'll check that for the wide AM later. Just glancing at it, it doesn't look like it. But like I says, I like to check for those varieties all at once. I don't like to go through them like just one at a time. So there's a 79D, a 91D, 2017, 2007. Well, this is an interesting one. Well, here, let me set that there for a second. Let's see what the date of this one is real quick. 1954S, so that's cool. We'll get that out of the way, and then let me sneak this one up, and I don't know if I ruined it already, but let's see if anybody has a guess of what this could be. Anybody know what's going on with this one right here? See if we got any guesses, and I know I gotta wait like 25-30 seconds to see. Haven't found one of those in a roll in a very long time, so that's kind of exciting. So, yep, nothing else. We do got one more wheat cent to check right there. Anybody having any idea what we just found that's peeking under the scope there? We are down to 5 rolls left. This is the last roll that may not have a wheat cent. We know the other 4 rolls definitely have wheat cents. Anybody seen a coin that kind of looks like that before? What's going on there? There's another wheat cent. So the last 5, well, I guess the last 6 at least, because we had one just in the last roll, at least have had wheat cents. Delamination, we got a guess there. Marley and T's got to go. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry you got to go. Shield, no. 51D, BIE air. Nah, not that I can see. I'll move the light around a little bit before I reveal what's going on. Whoops, sorry. Just got a weird look, doesn't it? Look at that thing. Alright, we got doubling on Liberty, strike through. Well, here I'm going to kind of show a lot more of it. Look at this. Now tell me what you guys think. And I'll keep hunting. Give you guys a chance to get the chat caught up and my delay on the stream there. But, yeah, I can't even remember the last time I found one like that. But I know I've seen them before. It's not like a new thing that I've never seen before. There's a really nice 1975D with it's almost full red, but again, not going to save that. 73D. We got spotting, play money, bubbling, thick rim, play money, double rimming. Well, some of you guys are onto it. There we go. Copy. And it's made of metal, but it's super light. It's got to be like an aluminum or something. And that copy is raised up on the surface. So yeah, it's a 2003 Denver copy. Play money, probably. Not real, not genuine. So I did get cheated out of 1 cent so far. But, yep, some of you guys got it. Yeah, the 2003 just doesn't look right on that. And what it looks like is the process when they make this. There's the copy that's raised up. I don't know if you can kind of see it if I tilt it like that. And then the 2003 looks like it's something separate that they add on that's raised up too. So maybe they just do different dates and just run different like stamps through them, or have different on when they make the dies for these, or maybe they make them every year with different dates, but they use the same like, I don't know. But it's just junk. It's like aluminum. Kind of weird. And I don't think I see anything else in this roll. There's a 1960Ds, but we got 2 more wheat cents to play with. There's one there, and yeah, I guess we'll keep that play money over here to the side. Not going to put that back in the circulation. Yeah, good job for you guys that were able to spot that. Got to make it back when you find a dime. Got to find a dime. Exactly, I know. I need to. 1 cent in the whole giveaway. You know what, Roy? Maybe I'll keep that 63. The 63 for that 1963. Sorry. Let me just make sure there was nothing else in this roll, because this is the last roll without the under. All right, 4 rolls to go. It did look funky. Yeah, I mean, well, I was kind of cheating by not showing the date there for a while, but I kind of moved my light back around because that looks kind of weird. But that one is a 1956. Then we got 1 more wheat cent already, and then we'll get into those last couple rolls that are enders. All right, last 4. What we'll do is, here it is. There's the, I don't know if I can even get this to show too well. There we go, just a light wheat cent on the end. Yeah, some of you guys know your stuff. That's for sure. And the rest of us, we're all learning too. I mean, remember, whenever you get a group of collectors together, whether it's at a coin show, coin club meetings, whatever, there's always collectors of all levels. And even those of us that have been doing this for 20, 30, 40 years, whatever it's been, there's always more to learn. Nobody's an expert of everything. So, and that's one of the reasons we like to, at least some of us like to do this, and we like to share the knowledge and help this hobby grow. So let's see if we know there's a wheat cent over here on the end, but let's see if there's another wheat cent right here. So there's at least 2 in this roll. 3 in this roll at least. There's 1. The rest of them are just nothing to talk about. A couple 2019s, a 1982, a 71 Denver, a 66, a 68 Denver, 74 Denver, 91, Another wheat cent. I guess I better start switching these out, or we're going to be here forever looking at wheat cents. A 57D. And we'll go right to the next one. Let me get that under there. Alright, we'll keep going through these. 2008, 2018 Denver, 89. And there's another wheat cent. And we haven't even got to the one that's on the end yet. 82, 2016, 1986, 1999, and then the ender. So now, young coiner, you know, I mean, on the Lincoln cents, you got to be careful because, like I said, I mean, when people say, "Hey, I found a 14D Lincoln cent," it's like, well, damn, really, did you? And it's just a 2014. So this one here is a 1957 Philly. All right, so we got a Philly mint, and we'll go. This one here was the ender of that roll. So we got that, and we're gonna go right on to the next roll. 3 rolls to go, and this one here. That's the ender right there. It doesn't have the wheat showing, but I looked at it and I could see it was old. And then I kind of picked at the corner a little bit, and it's a 57D. So, spoiler alert, we're not going to take a close look at that one. Not me, feel new every day, always learning, beginner for life. Nah. Eventually you'll come across something that you'll just keep remembering or that you'll know, and you'll be able to share with others, I mean, eventually. So we'll go right to the end here. There's that 57D. We'll just throw that right in the pile. And let's see what this one is under the scope. What was that ender that was poking out? A 55D. That's cool. And another one. Let's see what this one is. And let's go through this roll. Maybe there's more than just the one on the end there that we just already saw. What is this? A 73S? We'll save that. Is that another 73S? Nope, that's a 73D. I'll get about halfway through this roll and then I'll switch out those wheats and so we can try to get caught up because we know there's at least 2 more because there's 2 more rolls over here that have them. There's a 1984. Maybe, just maybe, we got a doubled ear. And we do not have the doubled ear. Well, we got another wheat cent right here, so I'm just going to put that one right under the scope after we flip this one over to 1951. And there's another wheat cent. Yeah, we had a nice little group of wheat cents in this box, that's for sure. Most I've had in a box in quite a long time. The 2007 with a little bit of color to it, but it just looks funky, not worth saving. And there's a 2010 Denver, 1994 Denver, 91, 2017 D, 1990, 2013 D, and a 2002 D. But what is this one under the scope that you're all guessing on? Another 51. All right, 2 51s in a row. Is this going to make the 3rd in a row? I did not see the date of this, but it looks ugly and old to me. I don't know. Will it be? We'll see. Someone just said hi all. Kim Humphreys, thanks for coming in. Nice to see you. We're getting just towards the end. We got 2 rolls left. We know each one of those rolls definitely has wheat cents because the wheat is on the end of each one of the rolls. And this one has some wheel mark damage, or counting, or the crimping damage from the roll crimper. So maybe there's some more in there too. And then after that, we get to do these 2 rolls. We're going to do a giveaway for a 1963 Franklin $50 uncirculated. So, Roy, you're not guessing 44. What if it's a 1944 and you threw out 1910? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, let's see what it was. Uh-oh, it's 1940 something. Oh man, that's. I gotta look under my loop real quick, just because I know for sure. It's 1941. I thought for sure, just looking at it through my little screen here on the scope, it looked like a 1944, but it's 1941. I'm pretty sure about it. And you guys can probably see it better than me because, like I said, I'm looking at just a little corner on my screen real blurry, but you almost missed that one, Roy. But we got one more wheat cent here from the roll before. Hi there, Falls Coins. Thanks for coming in. We just got one more roll after this one we're looking at. Just yeah, that was a 41. I just looked at it again. And then we're going to do a giveaway. So if you hang out for just a little while, you have a chance to win a Franklin $50. There's another wheat cent there. I just saw the date. Maybe if you guys have really good monitors or good screens and you're watching in the 1080p, maybe you saw it too. But all the rest of these are just kind of commons that we don't care about. Let me get to that wheat ender that was over here. There it is. There's a 64 and 80 and a 1984. Let's see if it's the doubled ear. Nope. All right, nothing else in that roll, but we got two more wheat cents to look at here. Let me get these out of the way real quick so I don't look at them again in a minute because I forget. But what's under the scope? It is a 1956D. Next up is that one. I believe this one was the ender that we had. No, it's not. This one was not the ender. The other one I got here was the ender. All right, Kickstar's 44. Roy's back on track with his guess of 44. First page is totally empty. Yeah, a lot of people's wheat cent books are totally empty or only have a couple on that first page. That first page or two of your Lincoln cent folders, they're the tough ones. And almost everybody has the last page pretty filled up. It's just the way it works. Especially if you're trying to buy nicer stuff. So, we're trying to collect nicer stuff. So here we are. This is the last roll right here. Let me make sure you guys can see the end of it again there. We do have another wheat cent on the end here. Kind of see that. Let me get the light just right. There we go. That shows it well. Let's see what this one under the scope was. That looks like 40-something. I just got to get this set up a little bit better where I can see. I think that's a 44. Did Roy guess? Let me just double check under my loop. I can just see it way better with my loop. I'm sorry. Yeah, 100% 1944. Hopefully you guys can see that well too. I'll spin it. There you go. You can see it. So I'm sure Roy got that one right. Perfect. And one more. This one was the ender. You can see that the crimping machine cut into the metal a little bit, exposing some of that fresh copper after 60 plus years. Maybe 70, maybe 80, maybe 100 years. We don't know. I haven't looked at the date of it yet. But at least 60 years. Sorry, at least 61 years now. And this is the last roll right here. And this is the end wheat cent right there. We'll pull that to the side. A lot of wheats. Yeah, I mean, this whole pile, this little corner here is a bunch of S-Mint 68s through 74s. But all these here are wheat cents we got out of this one box. Really, really good box. Way more than I normally get. Which is fun. $1982, 88D, 2000 something. All right, let's see what this one that's damaged on the reverse is. A 1950. Let me fix that light, get it a little bit closer and brighter. I just didn't like the way that was lit. Well, that's the thing. I got this little pluggable microscope that you guys see, and some of you probably even have it. I like using a real light. So I got a real light that's on here that I use for like looking at coins and photos. Now the microscope itself, and maybe you guys, I'll let this chat catch up. You tell me what you like better. Do you like this natural light that I use that's like a real light bulb? Or this thing has LEDs built into it, so if I crank this up, you can see it more clear. And let me get my regular light out of the way. It just doesn't look as natural to me. I mean, maybe you guys want that better, and maybe it's easier to see. I just don't like it because it makes the color. The color is not correct. And you know what? On a circulated coin, maybe that's hard to tell. Because here I'll put a nice like look at that. That's a 2018D. That's not what a 2018D Lincoln cent should look like. It's just wrong color. Now I'll turn the LEDs on the microscope off and show it with my regular light. I don't think there's anyone that's going to tell me, unless you're just messing with me, that you'd rather have the microscope light for that. But I think on some of the dirty wheat cents, maybe I'll turn it on every now and then to maybe help us read the date, because I think it might help in some circumstances. But so anyway, that last one was a 1950. We got one more here from that previous one, I believe. Let me get that 2018 out of the way. Yeah, it looks like most of you guys are saying natural. Okay. The problem is it's just hard to get my light bulb close enough to the microscope without being right above it to where it casts a shadow on the coin. So just got to play around with it a little bit, which is fine. I'm not in a hurry. There's a 71S, so there's another S mint for our count. 1979, 2010D, and hey guys, remember this is the last roll. We're almost done. Here's another wheat cent. 74D. Aloha, Sheldon. How you doing? What are you selling, rolls or what? Yeah, you want to buy all the rolls that are left in the box? Right here, Sheldon. Whatever you want. Even if you want to give me just a penny, I'll sell you, because here's the rest of the box right here. Actually, I'm not going to sell that to you, because mailing that to you in Honolulu would probably be pretty expensive. Now, this is the last roll we're on, and we're going to show what this date was here. Everybody was kind of looking and guessing. It's a 54S. And Sheldon, what we're going to do in just a few minutes is we're going to give away this coin right here. A beautiful uncirculated 1963 Ben Franklin $50. Nice uncirculated one. Nice 63. So glad you could make it to the stream. So if you're able to hang out for just a few more minutes, you'll have a chance to win that. And you will find out how in just a few moments. PayPal cent? I think we got another wheat cent here. Yeah, we got two more wheat cents we're going to look at first at least. Let's see if we can... Just a few coins left. There's a 69D, a 72D, 2017D, 2006D, 2001D, 86D, 1980, and the last coin is a 2001D. That is the box. 50 rolls, 50 coins in each roll. Sheldon goes, boom! All right, so let's take a look at these last two wheat cents we found. I'm going to just go through these quick. This one is just horrible. It looks like it got all chewed up by somebody mean. Let's just go ahead and see what the date of this is. 1956 Denver. And it's not the nicest one we found, that's for sure. The last wheat cent, I believe this might have been the one on the end. Maybe not. I got it all confused. To me, that one, I mean, looks a little older. I haven't seen the date. Let's see what it is. That's a 51S. So there we go. Not too bad. All right. Hope you guys all had fun hanging out. And we got one more piece of business to do. Look at this coin. Does anybody want to win this? I think we got like 30-some people in here. Who wants to win this? Anybody? Or should I just save it for another stream? I mean, I don't have to give it away. I don't have a need to give it away. I mean, just last weekend when we did the coin seminar weekend, I gave away, I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff. Because it was also the day I announced the winners of our 1,500 subscriber giveaway, and now we got like 1,600 some subscribers. So if anybody wants to win this, maybe I'll do a giveaway. I mean, you guys were all patient and see, that's how long it took for the chat to catch up. That's the delay I'm working with. I see, yay, me, hands, LOL, I do. Everyone wants. Yeah, okay. I guess I knew the answer to that. I'm sorry for messing with you guys, but that was just me kind of testing how long of a delay I got too. Beth doesn't want to win it. Okay. Well, you don't have to be in on it if you don't. You want to give the copy sent away? Roy, I got it wherever I put that now. Yeah, right here. And here, let's be real quiet for a second and just listen to what it sounds like. It's just like it almost sounds like it's hollow, just like aluminum. So it's crazy. But no, I gotta have that for my recap video, Roy. And you know what? I save all these in little baggies. I don't know. I think maybe someday I'll just say, let's give away all the finds from box 5, or maybe I'll just use those in a giveaway someday. Who knows? So. All right. So what we're gonna do for the giveaway? How am I gonna do this? I didn't even really think this out. I was thinking of something else. Oh, we were talking about the coin seminar weekend. I gave you a bunch of stuff. Remember, if you haven't voted for what your favorite stream was, I believe Paula is still taking votes. So if you send an email to coinseminarweekend@gmail.com and let her know what your favorite stream from this last weekend was. Hopefully you got to watch many of them. If you have not yet watched, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and watch, because they're all still up there on the internet, and then you can cast your vote for your favorite stream. I mean, I think there were 8 or 9 different streamers this last weekend, and I think everybody did a pretty good job. Paula, I think, said don't vote for her, and I think Ken says don't vote for him, so that narrows it down a little bit. But if you guys want to do that, go ahead and send those emails in. One more thing, in the description here, I do have a link to Living Room Panner's channel. I asked you guys, if you can, go ahead and support him. He's a friend. He deserves your subscribe. And he gives stuff away all the time. So if you like giveaways, I know all you in the room right now are waiting for me to give this away, because I'm stalling and I'm stalling and I'm stalling. So if you have not subscribed to Living Room Panner, please do so, because you like giveaways. I know you do. And he gives away coins all the time. And he's a good guy. And it's fun. So, okay. Now, we're going to be about 1 minute away till the giveaway. So in this next minute, you guys all need to start getting ready. I know everybody's catching up on their delay. So the rules of how this is going to work, I got to check how many people are in here. We got 38 people watching. So what I'm going to do is, pretty soon here, I'm going to type in one word. It's going to be a word this time. It could be 3 letters long, 4 letters long, 5 letters long. Whatever I type in, I'm going to type it all in capital letters. You don't have to use caps. You do have to spell it right, though. I don't care if it's small letters, capital letters. You only type it one time. You get one response per person. So as soon as you see me type that word in, you type it as well. And that's all you got to do. So some of you guys are on phones. I know you can't type as fast as Young Coin Hunter can on his computer or on his phone or whatever he's doing. He's going to be one of the first people to type. I know it. But he only has a chance to win. The first person responding doesn't necessarily win, because what I got is right here, a 20-sided die. And after I see at least 20 people type in what I type, I'm going to type in stop, and I'm going to roll the dice, and then we're going to count down. So if you're the 9th person to guess, you have a chance. If you're the 2nd person, you got an equal chance. If you're the 7th or 20th or whatever, you guys all have an equal chance as long as you type in what I type, and as long as you only type one time. No spamming, you only type one time per person. Now, hopefully I've said that over and over enough to where everybody's ready to type right now. There's no more delay. Everybody's caught up, and you're waiting for me to type something in. So here we go. I'm typing it in, and I just hit enter. So hopefully you guys get caught up there, and I'll see in just a second a whole bunch of people typing that in. Right now I see at least 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people. There's about 15. There's about 20, 25. We'll just go ahead and let it go for another second. There's got to be at least 25, 30. Leave it another second just in case someone's saying it multiple times. I don't think people... Well, I see Traveling Troy typed more than once, so there we go. I'm going to go ahead and type stop. Now, if I see a guessing multiple times, I'm still going to count that person as one of the numbers, okay? But if we land on that person, they don't win. We'll go ahead and either re-roll or go to the next person. I haven't run into that yet. We'll figure it out. But I can't go through and say, like, for example, on my screen right now, I see the first person is George Luna. I can't go through every person, every count to make sure George Luna didn't. Then number 2 I see is Miss Jamie. I'm not going to go through each, but what we'll do is we'll count, and then we'll check that person to make sure. So I already see Traveling Troy put a couple of times in there, but we're still going to count his as part of the count. So Here we go. Please no deleting messages or any of that, but here we go. I'm rolling, and we rolled a 5. So hopefully you guys can all see that well. I'm going to go in here and count down 5 people. I've already said George Luna is 1. Miss Jamie is 2. Sublime Mad Dog, 3. Young Coin Hunter, 4. Lady B is number 5, but she just types hello Beth Coddington. So number 5 is actually Cutie Cat. Type in win. So now I have to go through and make sure Cutie Cat didn't type more than once. And she did not. So the winner is Cutie Cat. And I'm going to type in Cutie Cat and congrats. There we go. Trick dice. Yeah, it's a weird one. It's got 20 sides on it. But no, actually, Empyrean, believe me, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, but I was aware of these dice, and I was aware that they had multiple-sided dice. I actually went and bought a good set, because when you look at the reviews of Dungeon and Dragon dice, just think about the people that play Dungeons and Dragons and how nerdy we can get and stuff. It's just, there was a whole bunch of reviews. Oh, we tested this, and we did a water test, and we did the balance and all this, and it's not a perfectly balanced. It leans towards these. There was just some crazy comments, so I made sure I spent a couple extra dollars in the absolute cheapest ones and got ones that the reviews said they were pretty well balanced. So I was a little careful about that. So very good. So again, thank you guys all for hanging out in the stream. Everybody say congratulations to Cutie Cat. She has a habit of winning on my channel. Believe me, it's not rigged. It's not trick dice. Nothing like that. So congratulations to Cutie Cat. If for some reason you like 1963 Franklin half dollars, then congratulations, this is yours. If for some reason you don't want it, let me know too. I don't mind keeping it or giving it to somebody else, but that's totally up to you. But congratulations. You got my email address. It is right here at the top of the screen. Well, too much. Mike@kittlecoins.com. Go ahead and send me an email and let me know where you want me to mail this, and really appreciate it. And I guess with that, if nobody else has any other questions or wants to hang out, Roy wants to get loaded dice from the casino if you need them. He wants to, yeah, I guess I could do that, but I think even then, it's still going to be pretty random, because the way we do this giveaway is, even if we knew every time we were going to roll, well, that time we rolled 19, that time we rolled a 2, whatever. So even if we knew every time it would roll a 3, for example, the person that guesses third is always going to be someone different. You can't time that, and not only can you not time it for yourself, you won't be able to time it for, on my screen, because my screen shows up slightly different than yours too. So Sheldon's saying rigged too. Okay, Sheldon, don't worry, I got a package coming your way. Don't worry, you're getting something in the mail soon. So Cutie Cats, I love it. Thank you. All right, well, congratulations, Cutie Cat. But again, this is your second win on my channel, or second one that at least I'm aware of or that I remember. So 3 strikes and you're out. I'm sorry. So you better be careful getting in on my next one. Of course, I'm only kidding. I'm glad you won. Thanks again for watching and participating. And I'm glad for anybody that wins. I think it's fun. Thanks again for coming, Joe. Really appreciate it. Beth says C's number 3. Yeah, I mean, that's all the numbers. So what was the number we rolled? 5? Is number 3 right there? Yeah, 5's right there. That's what it looks like. And let me look. I'm looking on the stream from like a couple minutes ago. So I mean, that's number 5. And I got this color because I knew I was going to be using the black background, and there's all kinds of different colors. This one I thought would show up pretty well, and I think it does. So, or are you just saying number 3 because you were number 3? I got to go up and look now. Are you just messing with me? Who was number 3? No, number 3 was Sublime Mad Dog. Okay, I'm just messing with you too. All right, what was it? Beth wants to know what number. Yeah, just so you guys want to know, I'll go through them. We had George 1, Miss Jamie 2, Sublime Mad Dog 3, Young Coin Hunter 4, Cutie Cat 5, Linda was 6, Pink Floyd 7, Beth 8, Deanne 9, Clay 3710, Landon 11, John Chum 12, Jeff Dunn 13, Empyrean 14, Falls Coin 15, Kickstar 16, YOLO 17, Lady B 18, Midnight Silver Run 19, Christopher W 20. So all of you guys had an equal shot to win, even though some of you didn't get in until 20th. So I think I like doing it that way, and I think Most people that have given me feedback like it too. CC Bell was number 21, Josh Snakes 22, Roy 23. You guys got in a little late. You didn't have a chance to win that, but you got to type a little faster, or I don't know. I try to make it as easy as possible and try to be fair because I know everybody has different internet speeds, different amounts of lag. Some of you are probably driving and shouldn't even be watching the stream, and you're trying to type on the phone while you're in the car. I don't know what's going on, so I just know from my own experience entering other people's giveaways, if I'm on a computer, I can get in there fast and I can be at the top of the list, if not first. If I'm on my phone, I have no chance. So this way, it's a good chance for everybody. Or at least I think. At least the first 20. So Beth is hidden. Let's see. What does that mean? I only saw a couple of comments get hidden here. Hold on. Let me see. It was Traveling Troy. There's only 2 comments that got hidden. And it was towards the end. Because Traveling Troy was guessing more than one time. So I think one of the mods was trying to block them out. So I didn't count them too many times. But no, none of the others got hidden that I can see. Unless YouTube blocked it for us. And I've seen that happen in other streams, like where they say guess multiple times. Like, YouTube blocks you a lot of times that nobody sees just because they think you're spamming. So that's why I always want, whatever giveaways I do, I always want it to be one per person. Because I don't want you guys getting in trouble or, you know, YouTube blocking you guys for spamming and doing anything like that. So, but yeah, I mean, try to be fair. And if you guys, I mean, I could bring up my screen and show you guys as I count this, but I don't know. I think most of you guys can see in the chat that I'm going pretty much. The only thing that one that's going to be way off is whatever your guess is. Because remember, when you type your guess in, it always shows 3, 4, 5, 8 spots above where it really is on everybody else's list. So, but all the rest of them should match up with yours pretty close. So, you know you weren't 5, okay? Yeah, I think we said you were about number 8 or so. Yeah, Beth. Yeah, no problem. And like I said, maybe it would be better if I did pull up my screen and count, just because I know like that's how Ken PV does it when he does his big show. It'd probably be better if I show you as we count, and especially, I mean, when it's number 5, I didn't mind because I can kind of read and count to 5 at once. It always scares me when I roll a big number. Like there, I just rolled 15 because sometimes I lose count and then I don't remember where I was, so I gotta go count again. Because believe me, I can count to 15, but when I'm trying to read the chat and read names and then count, yeah. So I always like it when I roll low numbers. That's why sometimes I'll just get lazy and I'll pull out the 12-sided dice and it'll only be the top 12 people have a chance. But because I know I can usually count to 12 a lot easier. Miss Jamie says clicks live chat and the order always seems correct. Yeah, but even then, Miss Jamie, I think your own comment always comes in a little earlier than it'll show on my screen because I don't know. And like I said, I know I'm on a delay with a lot of people too. And the delay amount is different because I've tested it with some people when I've been on the phone with them, and some people say, yeah, I'm a 15-second delay, and other people say it's closer to 30 seconds. So anyway, again, I mean, look at all these wheat scent. I'll try to separate. Like, here's the Canadian scent we found there. Here's the 2009s right there. And there's that domed one. And here's that toy money. So we got some special ones there. And let me make sure I'm not putting those underneath the microscope screen. Yeah, I guess I kind of am. Yeah, there's that domed one. Here's all the S-mints that we found right here. These are S-mint coins from the 60s and 70s. And then here's a couple uglies that we saved just for fun. And let me get Cutie Cat's $50 out of the way for a second. And let me get all these out of the way. But all these right here are the wheat scents we found. All these. Well, except for this one. It's a memorial scent. Yep, that's one of the S-mints that sneaked in. And so is this one. So is this one. What is this here? Oh, that's our 2017 P that we saved. But yeah, all these here, wheat scents from one box. Not a bad haul. And we did have a couple old ones in there. I think our oldest was a 1925. We found 2 1929s. We found one we couldn't even figure out because it was so corroded. This one here. I'll put that one back under the microscope. Man, I almost want to say there's a 2 there. But I don't know. I'm going to bring it up one more time on the full screen just now that I've thought about it. And you know what? Maybe I'll turn on the microscope light just to see if it reveals anything. I don't know. I almost, like I said, the more you look at it, your brain just naturally is going to want to find a pattern there, because that's how the human mind works. You're going to take everything that's familiar with you, that you know from your own experiences with coins, and you're going to fill in the dots yourself. So I'm wanting to see a 2 there. 1920 something, but... And it looks like there is some kind of a mint mark there. But I have no idea, really. And would it even matter if I could say that for sure is a 1920 whatever? But, I mean, I guess if I knew for sure it was a 22D or something cool like that, that'd be one thing. But I don't know. It doesn't matter, I guess. It's just so past its past it being worth anything. But I don't know. That's just pretty messed up. We know for sure it is a wheat cent, because we can see enough of the design there to know it's a wheat cent. So, yeah, again, thanks again for all coming in there. I know you guys, a lot of you are saying bye. Thanks again, Beth. Thanks, Miss Jamie. Cutie Cat, congratulations on your win. Very, very lucky, of course. Let me turn this ugly microscope light off again. I guess it shows the details a lot better. That LED really shows some of the detail better, but the color is just way, way off. So I don't like it. But let me get back to my main scene. It's a Roman wheat. Yeah, it looks like a Roman coin dug from the ground or something. It probably was something dug from the ground, or maybe pulled out of an old fountain or something. It's messed up is what it is. So anyway, well, hopefully you guys find some other cool streams, or there's a lot of other stuff fun going on. I don't have a list of who else is going on right now. I guess I could pull up my subscriptions and see if there's anyone else we can all go over and say hello to before they sign off. I mean, we could go bug jeeping John. He's doing a West Point box battle. Or if you guys want a chance to, what do you call it? Get some quarters. I know Silver Nitrate's opening up rolls of quarters. Who else is streaming? The Great British Coin Hunt. They're always streaming 24/7. But yeah, remember, before you head out, if you haven't subscribed to Living Room Painter, I know you guys helped me bring them from 440 up to 454. So that's awesome. I really appreciate that. And I guess, I'll probably go over and say hi to Jeeping John. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and post his link in here if you guys want to go over there and just say hello and say Kittle says hi or something stupid like that. I don't know. It's fun. I have fun with it at least, but that's where I'm going in a second. So that's Jeeping John's link. And I'm going to type in thank you all again. Take care. And with that, thanks again. And I'm signing off. And I'll see you guys around. And remember, keep having fun with your collecting. Take care.